hygiene can save your life. Keep your hands out your face, especially in a public place. Not least the last, wear a mask. Take that classroom, make it sight. You can save a life, take a doc's advice. Not lots of light, no police takes. With a yes said a no, economies close over pathogens we can detect. The long incubation time of DNA fake and make the chain look correct. When in fact you could be infected, impact your loved ones with that neglect. Let's face it, the president's basic. Unlike his offices, needs respect and love. I give love. I want love. I have love. I give love. I want love. I have love. I value my freedoms, defend our rights, and I'll tweet it to let you know. With a post on the gram, long form on Facebook, YouTube with a live show. I will allow the material, pour in the spiritual milk for this physical flow. Don't sit back and watch as we get to March and let's see how far we go. Stop spreading misinformation about hydroxychloroquine. Close contact and bumping into me in stores ain't happening. I'm not dying for a country that just sees me as a good again. They don't even see me unless it's because of questioning me. What you want, man? I give love. I want love. I have love. I need love. I give love. I want love. I have love. Hubris makes us vulnerable, also quite intolerable. Thinking we the best to pull wool over these vegetables. I ain't living miserable. Race and hate ain't invisible. Take a knee, indivisible. While my rights ain't admissible. If king is capital, queen is corona. If he holds the crown, she is the owner. Who is the master? Who's the controller? Can he give it up? Will she pass us over? Love. I give love. I want love. I have love. I need love. I give love. I want love. I have love. Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. I want love. No fear now, speak love. No fear now. Peace, peace.
Peace, my brother. How are you today?
Good, my brother. How are you? How are you?
Well, I'm staying warm here in my little makeshift studio. It's really cold in Missouri, in Kansas City tonight. I'm telling you, it's gosh, I think it's zero at least, or going to be that below zero tonight. It's cold.
You're talking Fahrenheit for all our international family, right? 0 Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Celsius. Oh, what's it Celsius though?
It's many degrees negative. Yeah.
Yeah. Fahrenheit is yes. Fahrenheit 1 degree Celsius. I'm not real. I don't up on. Maybe my wife is over on the other way. Maybe she can help us on that one.
We got Sarah in the house. What's up, family? Peace, everybody Sarah in the house. Thank you.
Oh, I need to get my. Hey, Ann, could you hand me my phone?
I know there are a couple of. There's a really good talk happening this weekend for folks who don't know. It's put on by the VFP Rock chapter out in Hawaii and Okinawa. It's happening on Sunday, February 14th. Understanding the history and resistance to U.S. militarism. That's happening with the I forget the chapter number, but that's put on by VFP Rock, which is cool. Like Pete Docter, Doug Loomis, a bunch of really good folks. I shouldn't start naming names because I don't know everybody's name, but you should check that out. It's on Sunday, and I believe it's at 5 p.m. You can register on the VFP, the Veterans for Peace chapter main page, I'm sure. Let me look that up at some point during this show. I shouldn't have said I'm sure of it. But I do know that the Zoom came out. I got the email. I got the Zoom. So I just want to put out a call about it again. It's happening at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, Okinawa.
understanding the history and resistance to U.S. militarism. And it's a Zoom call, and I know people can register for it who aren't, if you're just interested in what's going on in Okinawa. Basically like Japan's military dump, like where they put the military bases of the U.S. because they don't want them in Japan's mainland, so they put them in Okinawa. And 15% of the main island is taken up by military bases, and really only the bottom half of the island is usable because of unexploded ordnance in the northern training area, which renders a lot of the land kind of unusable.
Marines train there a lot, right?
Right. Marines train there, and not to mention all the military bases that are still there and active, and the base that is still being built, even though it's in water that's kind of like soupy and you can't really build a base there. They're still trying to build a base there, and the people there don't want the base. So it's just a disgusting,
that's not surprising
display of, it's sad, it's sorrowful. It's just American imperialism at play again. But here we are in 2021. Folks are awake. Folks are here and woke and ready for some music. And we're going to keep this platform going until we get some folks who are ready to get on the platform. And we might change the name as we're here mid-swing, but we'll keep the platform going. Y'all keep coming back every week. So we'll be here for you. We'll read the comments. And greetings to you, Jerry. Greetings to supporters and artists working alongside veterans for peace around the world. That's beautiful. So if nothing more, it's a community for the 20 of us who show up every week, and eventually it'll grow into more because we're here doing good things. And when the time is right, it'll grow. I'm gonna have to take time off anyway. Papa Biz, are you gonna hold this down? Do you want to
well, we'll see if I'm able to do that. I do have the program loaded down, but I'm not as efficient as you are with this. So yeah, we'll try. That's all
we can get you on a training with Colleen, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe something like that, or some way to.
Maybe Sarah knows something. Maybe we can reach out in your network in Kansas, do something local, or if you want to do something remote, we can do that. If anybody watching right now wants to be involved and help with that in that training, because my man Papa Biz would need a run through in StreamYard that I don't seem to be able to do. But I'm sure Colleen can do that for you, brother. We can
we can try to maybe make it happen, but because I'm not as that folks know, I'm not a performer. I'm just I'm a.
But you're a host. You host your show.
I've done this quite a few times. Never like video like this, but I've done quite a few radio shows over the years. Video shows. Had a video show on a local, basically community television station back in the 80s, mid 80s, early 90s. And then, KKK came in town, and that's a long story, but it all got messed up.
So this is the same concept, because you can't see the people out there. You can't see the folks watching you on KKK.
No.
It's a bad TV channel. We don't want to watch that TV channel.
Yeah, I can't do that at all. But I hope that people who watch will tell their friends to come and bring their music, bring their poetry, bring their short stories, whatever it is they want to share with us. And this is what we want to do. We want to be able to open up this community. We've said this before, and it is so true. It's you out there that are watching right now that can make this community. And Brother Miles can do so much, but without your input, and I'm sure that there's people within Vets for Peace that are poets. Let me ask you a question, brother, since you're on the board. Does Vets for Peace have a poet laureate? I think I said that right.
Oh, we do have a poet laureate. I forget. It was.
Well, I'm just saying.
It was Jan.
Maybe we can get them on, and they could do. If they're still, doing poetry, I guess. I don't know. It just popped in this old head here. Okay.
Yeah.
Might be too much 420. You know, you can't. There it is. There.
I need to do more outreach. I need to do more outreach.
Yeah,
Hello
there we go.
to Mike James. Hello to Jerry Lynn Williams. Hello to Fred Brown. Thank you for joining us. Jerry Alatalo, you're here every week. Thank you, brother. All of y'all, I recognize all of your names. That's really beautiful. My shirt says military recruiters, get the hell away from me. This is from World Beyond War. This is my family. You know, this is the project I do. We Are Not Your Soldiers. This is part of the We Are Not Your Soldiers project. Yeah. And if you check out worldbeyondwar.net, they actually have we have a talk coming up on the 22nd of February. It's going to be myself, Joe Ergo, Will Griffin, two other brothers whose names I'm losing right now. I'm not really good with names in this frame of mind. I'm imbibing all afternoon today. It's Mardi Gras, so I've been partying all afternoon.
Yeah, that's true. There's oh yeah, it is. Yeah. I forgot about that. I'm so hung up on this trial this week. I've just kind of been, you know.
Have you been watching the trial? I have not been watching
pretty much nonstop. Yes, unfortunately, I'm a political junkie in that regards, and I found it. I mean, it was all political theater. There's no doubt about that on both sides. And of course, I'm not a Trump supporter right up front, but it was interesting to watch. I think it was a great civics lesson for people. It's not like a actual trial that, you know, it's not a criminal trial.
It's not a criminal.
It's more of a, you know, it's more of a civil trial.
A lot of people think it's a criminal trial.
Well, some people feel it should be a criminal trial, and even Trump's attorney said that the Justice Department felt that if he violated civil rights laws and blah 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 blah, that the current, you know, Attorney General could file charges against the former president, if that's the way you want to go after. Pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what their attorney said, saying that, you know, and of course that would bring up a whole nother can of worms, no doubt. So yeah, I've been watching it all week, and it's a foregone conclusion. They're not going to convict the president of the United States. So the Republican Party is not going to do it. I will be totally shocked. And next week, I'll come on in here and I'll truly apologize to everybody if I'm wrong, but I just don't see it happening. There are too many. The Senate is such a powerful position to have, a U.S. senator. I mean, you know, you are responsible, like in Missouri, our U.S. senators are responsible for 6 million people. 6 million people in Missouri, and 2 senators are responsible for it. And that's a lot of power. And see, Jerry writes, perhaps the wonderful young lady poet from the inauguration would be interested in sharing her unlimited talent for Veterans for Peace, for good cause.
It is a shame.
I'll put the call out. Anybody know her? Give me your phone number. I'll call her.
Oh yeah, that's why I put that up there. That's a lot of love from Jerry. So I couldn't deny that,
Jerry.
The light that it deserves.
Yes, peace, Jerry. I like that.
Right.
I wanted to read it.
It's a shame that that's played out on TV and that people see it and that there's no justice done. There's 2 things that should be done, in my opinion, my humble opinion. He should be convicted or found guilty of ineptitude as a president, whatever the fine would be, you know, whatever the charge would be.
Correct.
And be unfit, actions unbefitting or president or whatever, so that because he doesn't deserve a pension and a Secret Service for the rest of his life, and the chance to run again in 2024, and the chance to make all these people think that he was justified. Well, he doesn't deserve that, and then the American public doesn't deserve it, and a criminal trial. The second thing would be, there should also be a criminal trial as well, because this can't convict him anyway. But this could just say that there's some sense to the American farce of democracy. But
it's the hypocrisy that you witness today on both sides, the managers of this trial and the defense attorney, it's astounding. but hypocrisy lives within our society,
Yes.
and it's just accepted as something that is acceptable. And I have all try to strive and live. And if anyone watching or anyone hears me say something and it's totally against what they heard me say something last year, call me out on it, because that's how you keep people from being hypocrites. You got to call your friends out on stuff. If you hear them saying something that ain't right, you need to say, "Hey, wait a minute, Papa Biz. Now listen to what you just said." And that's what friends do. So yeah, I'm always striving not to be a hypocrite, living my life as I believe it to be.
Be
And
impeccable with your speech. That's the first rule, right? That's the first agreement. Be impeccable with your speech.
Yep. Be honest with yourself. If you're
Yeah.
honest with yourself, everybody else will believe your honesty.
Yeah.
If you ain't honest, and you can tell when people ain't honest with yourself, they'll manipulate. They'll use and especially our elite, our educated elite in America. They know how to use this English language, and I'm giving credit. They do a better job than I do. I didn't pay attention in English class in high school, and I only went to junior college, and I just barely got through that. But it's part of the whole scenario that people live in, and sometimes I do get caught up in the political theater of it, and but there are lives in the balance, and that's we know that to be true.
I mean, the thing about it is, like, the educated elite. It's like I could be considered the educated elite, so that's like, we got. Yeah.
Well, we do have problems. I've often said, I know a lot of educated idiots in my life.
Yeah, I mean,
I want common sense. And if you got common sense and you got education and power, you got something going on for yourself. And you, my brother, got common sense. That's why you and I, hit it off together. There's a common sense thing between us.
Definitely.
It just ain't.
I'm just curious, when you say the educated elite, who do you mean? Do you mean like the liberal power? Like,
I mean, not even just the liberal power or the conservative power. The people who are in power, your senators, your representatives, your U.S. representatives, they are a certain level. You have to, give them a certain respect. You don't have to, but it's in polite society. So I think sometimes
I disagree
on both sides of the aisle, both sides, and maybe I'm not making myself completely clear, because if you consider yourself a political elite, then we will have that discussion.
Okay.
Because I don't see you as a political elite.
I'm not devil's advocate. I'm not political.
Okay.
I'm just I'm like I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm being
you got to talk guy. Exactly. You got to talk it through.
I want to so here's the ticker. You said you want to know where the link is, and it's in our description. It's certainly in the description of today's show. If you came here through Facebook or through YouTube, I'm sorry for this is for Katia. This is for everybody in the audience, not just for Katia. I apologize. We're just ranting. The two of us are talking. We've been here for 6 weeks. We welcomed everybody in. We haven't played any music yet because everybody who's here, we kind of know each other, and we're just chatting. And so this is an open mic. You can't really just call in that day, because I don't want to have to shut the camera off on you. But you can certainly send me something if I don't know who you are. If I know who you are, my phone is on Do Not Disturb right now. So like, you'd have had to reach out to me before, but I could turn my phone off Do Not Disturb, I guess. It's not like I'm getting that many calls anyway. You know what I'm saying? Full disclosure. So hit me up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get on the open mic and you know what it is, and you know my number, or you got my email because you're actually reading through the FAQ, then hit me up, And my email is my name. It's miles.megascyphe@gmail.com. So send me some music if you want to get on the mic right now. if you got it like that. Otherwise, we're just going to talk to you. We're going to talk about some politics, talk about some music, talk about some Veterans for Peace. I'll perform something for you. This is a platform for artists, for poets, for singers, for songwriters, for storytellers, for people who have music and art and education about peace. Things that elevate and uplift, music that educates and edifies, that inspires, that creates, that causes a spark of creativity, maybe that shows incredible compassion. Definitely not the space for dropping it like it's hot and selling a whole lot on the block and talking to blocks of guap. Not the place for that. Maybe the place for eating chips and guac and talking politics a lot, and how these politicians are full of tricks for the flock. That's the kind of place that this is. So you can come and you can hit us up with music at that link that's right there with an MP4 or MOV, and by all means get in the space. SA Rhythm Section, right? They were here a couple weeks ago.
Yes. Like
yeah, the brother hit me up a couple days ago. I haven't responded yet, but he wants to do another show with us, in coordination with us and a couple of other artists.
That would be great.
Yeah, in about a month and a half. So that'll be really beautiful. And my man Self Suffice, like, not to name drop, but family has hit me up and said that they really like what we're doing. So it's being seen. People see it. And like I said, the platform is here. We're going to keep the platform. We have a steady crew of about 15 to 25 people who come every week looking for music. And so we're going to honor y'all, and we're going to honor space that has been given us by Veterans for Peace. And we're going to create this, and we're going to create this place. And this is a safe space for art. And we're going to say that it's here, and we're going to make this space here, and we're going to make it sacred, and we're going to be here every week. And you're going to know that it's here, and you're going to always know that you can come here and speak and say some good things and be seen by the world, perhaps. So that's how it's going to be. Yeah.
All right. So what you got something lined up here?
I got some stuff for us. I'll do a song.
All right. Go ahead.
Nah, what's up? Talk.
Oh, no. That's all right. That just, sometimes an old man gets an idea and then you have to stop it. You see what I'm saying? You ain't old yet, so you don't. The people who are watching, I don't know the ages of the folks, of course, but people who are over 60 will understand exactly what I mean there. And maybe you too. I don't know, brother.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Do what you do.
This might be okay. So this might be a bit of a practice. This might be a bit of a practice. If I mess up, I will. If I mess up, I will just do me. I'll come back and do it again.
It is pretty.
Check. Yeah. You hear that, Papa Biz?
It is pretty.
Life is shaking its tail at you, won't be too many. Few get bitten, so it's written, know it, peace and plenty. How you living? What I'm giving is the best of me. We are different, I don't give in. That's the recipe. Most of pleasantly. Man, I gotta look up the lyrics for y'all again. I haven't practiced my song. I can do it sometimes, and then I can't do it. And I've been working on so much music that I haven't been practicing these songs. And I'm like, what can I do tonight for folks? Written so it's written, though, with peace and plenty. How you living? What I'm giving is the best of me. We are different, I don't give in. That's my recipe. This place, please pleasantly. The difference is destiny. I let you down gently. This is ecstasy without drug laws and victims. Ain't no getting next to me on drum chords and rhythms. If you get too close to me, jumping off the, escaping from the legacy by jumping off the building. Suicidal shock. Go and hide your children, or raise them to be aware and trusting their decisions. I spit incisions, the system's broken in disrepair. The indecision that's risen and now it's in the air. If I could fix it with my vision, call me Mr. Mayor. Working it local and taking it global. My whole career need a backup spare. Still a hobby rhymer there, I said it. Who cares now? Go and get prepared. The war's coming, it's already here. Your hands in the air when you wave them. Make it cause you really care. Life changing, and yeah, it all matters in the end. So own your flaws and make a new friend. Don't fight holy wars, make hashtag peace trend. Go find your cause, subscribe and hit send. Don't you wish it was all that easy now? You can focus on the moment or dwell in the how. Prepare for the future, I'm sitting on clouds of silver linings. And here to say with this world really bow. God is in the heart, the art is in the moment. Love is in the now, and the true masters own it. God is in the heart, the art is in the moment. Love is in the now, and the true masters own it. Sword sharpener, drove fat lady to the opera like carpenter. Rose the level like candelabra. Harbinger of change, so rebel for bargainers. Walking through the chains, flipping birds at marketers. You get it or you don't. Believe it or you can't. I'm standing in a fire, kicking coals on your camp. Sight to sight, third eye, vision of a mogul. The scenes I write invite you visionaries over. Boundless captures in the dreams of a marine. Slave mounds and burial grounds with no closure. Let's do Promise too. I'm feeling that. That was cool. This is for everybody who enlisted and didn't realize what they were getting into, and for their mothers and fathers. I know it broke your heart when I signed up for the service. Your baby chose to leave as if all you did was worthless. 17 years working 2 jobs to support us. For all of your guidance, I still sought a higher purpose. Or so I thought, and I walked. I had to be a man. Stand on my own, learn to fight, killing, withstand, and withstand. A friend I still have to this day. Packed my bags, boarded that bus and went away. And oh, the games they play on your mind. They sent me first and left my man behind. Told us it would be fine. We be in the same platoon. Aight, brother, I love you and I see you soon. The next 3 months was just punishment and torture. DIs pushed to your hardest and kill anything softer. We started with 75 and graduated 30. Like, damn, they really made a brother feel worthy. Forever promised, but a few in the crowd. So much potential I can hold the clouds. So much promise. Promise to say it loud. I promise. I promise. Yeah, I've been lucky. Never had to kill a man. But if I had to, yeah, I could just kill a man, woman, or child. Is that my fam? The shame of it all, like why they're hooded in the Klan. Boots on foreign land. Protect America from what? This threat is hilarious. ISIL? That was created by us. By us, I mean our leaders with their sick bloodlust. And I should trust? Obey blindly? Orders from the top, given kindly? Who am I? Never mind me, I'm just an overlooked voice of the poor majority. Trusting in this country to keep its first promise, protect the voice of the people and always remain honest. This dishonest land of the money tree enslaved to the almighty ungodly dollar and getting paid. How many boys sign up to serve their country in war? How many parents never want to get their knock on the door? How many men saw their friends shot, brains on the floor, coming home post-traumatic, and now how many more? If I could make one promise, it would be to end it all. No more slaughters at the schools or at the local malls. This can't go local, y'all. Let's get national calls. Take it international. Make peace fashion a ball and bounce it off the words at the bottom of the screen. The amount of observed problems make me want to scream. I count on being heard because I have a dream. Make some noise when you hear this if you know what I mean. It's time to scream, y'all. It's time to yell. The time for dreams has passed. You're now living in hell. Just look to the past for what the future will tell. We either change the present or, oh well, forever promised to the few and the proud. So much potential I can hold the clouds. So much promise. I promise to say it loud. I promise. I promise. In the years since I've been out, I've done a world of things, made a world of differences, some future kings and queens, impressed a ton of people, but still seeking it myself. After that family crossed the minefield, there's all and nothing else. That night, my soul went to hell and back. When babies hanging barbed wire were ordered to hold back. What holds us back from breaking orders? What keeps us from breaking rank to hold obscure borders? These are broad questions with pinpoint answers. Why are people persecuted for smoking the cure for cancer? Why are global greenhouse emissions still not addressed? Why incarcerate instead of educate? I'm not impressed. We're oppressed with fear, scared of change or the other. Allowed our government to become Big Brother. Was it a big blunder, a grand mistake, or fate? Though I have walked through the valley of death, I am awake, forever promised to the few and the proud. So much potential, I could hold the clouds. So much promise, I promise to say it loud. I promise, I promise, forever promised to the few and the proud. So much potential, I could hold the clouds. So much promise, I promise to say it loud. I promise, I promise. Yeah, so this is a platform for you to speak loudly about the truth. Wounded Warriors Project, you know what I'm saying? Any veteran artist who wants to come through, you definitely have a space if you're not uplifting the military industrial complex, you have a space here. Any artist who wants to come through and really just bring forward truth and goodness, peace vibrations, uplifting vibrations, you are welcome into this space. So we want you here. And what's streaming across the bottom is the link where you can send music. Thank you for your kindness over there. And yeah, man, let's get some artists in here. Send some artists our way. I know a lot of y'all know people, and I'm going to start going back and reaching back to folks who have been on the show, and continue reaching out to other folks as well. I haven't been reaching out. I have not been doing my outreach part. I've been doing so much of mega scythe work. I haven't been doing open mic work.
Well, let me add something to that.
It's not an excuse. I'm just owning up to it.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
That's not what I was going with this. A cat named William P. Holm, Homans. You know William?
I think you're talking about Watermelon Slim. Holman?
Yeah. He says he's here to play and sing if you want. Well, I've got quite a few Watermelon Slim's music. I've met him.
Is he right here now? Oh, wow. Look at that.
I don't know.
Yes.
That was impressive, Miles.
I love this brother. This is he's a blues man. He's a Vietnam vet.
Yes, I met him here in Kansas City. He played a gig, and I met him. Now I'm sure he probably don't remember because the man plays a lot of stuff. But he played at Knuckleheads.
So I gotta send you what I gotta do, Bill. You saw him play at Knuckleheads in Kansas City.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Bill, yeah. I gotta send you a link. I've sent you an email recently, but it got kicked back to me. So if you don't mind putting it in the chat, if you know what I'm saying, if you want to put your email into the chat right here, I can copy and paste your email into my email, and then I'll send you the link to today's show, and you can pop into our green room, and we'll bring you on the screen because you can play right now. Like, you are vouched for 1000%. That's the way I want this to be. That's why this is so free form. That's why it's called an open mic for that reason right there. Somebody like Watermelon Slim hits me up and says, I want to get on the show. Yeah. It's not even a question. No questions asked. It's like, let's get it. So, and that's the freedom I want to have. That's why it's called an open mic. And that's the freedom of not having an advanced list, Yeah. And potentially me and Slim can jam up here, and potentially like other artists can reach out the same way. And then before you know it, you having a global peace jam session,
global peace open mic. That's what we
flat out.
Yeah. No, when I had my radio show, I played Watermelon Slim because he's a Vietnam veteran. Played a lot of his music. And, yeah, I'm familiar with his stuff. So I didn't know his real name, I just know him by, if I said Watermelon Slim, that's all I know the man from.
He gave me a CD when I met him in Chicago. And
I believe I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and if he's still watching, he can confirm this. I believe he's from the South, but maybe not. I might just be imagining that. I know his music is the blues, and it's about his veterans experience he's had in life.
Yeah, I have
He
him
just
as
he did.
Democrat at Hotmail. Bill Homans. It shouldn't get kicked back. Here, let me give him the link.
Well, maybe he'll just show up there, and this would be a nice be interesting. Because I only met him in
I would have to leave.
Let me clarify something, brother. I met Watermelon Slim.
Oh, Naya. Naya's watching too. Oh, dip. Let it happen. Let it be. What'd you say?
Oh, I was saying, that when I met him, I didn't meet him in the capacity of a DJ or radio or anything. I just met him as a fan and bought his album and he signed it, when you go hear people. So saying that I know him, I know of him. I don't want to give the impression that, I know the cat. Like I know you, Maybe I will someday. That'd be cool. I'm all in for that. Always looking to help Vietnam vets get their music out, and that was kind of one of the things we tried to do with our Vietnam Veterans Radio Network back in the '90s was to feature Vietnam.
I love that story. Tell that story right now, please. Tell the folks about that. You telling me that the other day? Yeah, you told me that the other day really inspired me, and I want to be a part of it. Like it made me want to do segments like that on the show.
Well,
tell the people.
Okay, well, do me a favor. When I get about 5 minutes, give me a little high sign. I'm liable to go way off on the deep end. No, I with another Vietnam veteran, a good friend of mine who served as a corpsman with the 1st Marine Recon Unit in Vietnam in 1969 and 70. I served in Taiwan from 69 to 71 as a support unit. Well, fast forward to 89, and KKFI, a local community radio station in Kansas City, went on the air. And the general manager was a Navy Vietnam veteran. And I was doing a show at the time called The Politics of Rock and Roll, where we look at the political music at the time. NWA was coming online. Janet Jackson was doing some very powerful music at that time. So I kind of used that along with other political rock. And what was his last name was Davis. But anyway, the general manager says, "Hey, man, we need to do a veteran show." So I thought that was a great idea. And I got with my buddy Doc Upton. I always called him Doc. And Miles knows about a Doc. They have a lot of respect in the Marine Corps. And they're all Navy, though. And what was that?
They get the utmost respect.
Oh, yes, sir. So anyway, to get this story back on track here. So Vietnam Veterans Radio Network, we decided that we would try to do it something like Casey Kasem in the top 40. And that he would write the script and I would come on and it would be something like this. On March the 3rd, 1972, the 105th or the 109th, I'm making it up, but, he would Johnny would write a script with an incident that happened. And then I might have a tagline at the end to say, and back in the world, this was the #1 song, or back in the world, this is what they were doing. And so we might then switch to a audio of some particular speech or something that was going on. And because we didn't have, we were radio. And so that's kind of what we did. And we tried to take a look at the Vietnam experience through the eyes of rock and roll, because it's really the first war that music went, that vets took that music to the field. Korea, World War II, they had armed forces radio, but didn't really, cat out in the field didn't have transistor radio. In Vietnam, they had transistor radios.
Do you think there's much political music now? Do you think there's much activist music now?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think within the Americana movement or the Americana genre of music, I think there's a lot of political action music there. The lyrics seem to be more of a thought-provoking lyrics than the pop country. Although I don't want to knock pop country, it's just got some good jams and people like it. It's not. I'm not too fond of it, but then again, Americana is a style that even your music could fit in with the Americana format on radio. I've heard it. Listen to Radio Free Americana sometime. It's an online
Radio Free Americana.
Radio Free Americana. It's out of Charlottesville, Virginia, and it's a run by a nonprofit, and they are 24/7 Americana music. And I've heard rap music on there. I think Americana to me is everything American, and rap music is definitely American.
Hey, William P. Homans, if you're still rocking with us, by all means, please check your email. I sent you an email. I'd love to get you in here. And Naya, I see my brother Naya Bingi. I'm gonna mess up your name. Dejuti. Naya Bingi Dejuti is in here. He's a phenomenal guitarist here in Mobile, who I met. So if you want to come in here, just pop in the chat, say something, let me know something. Let me know what's good. If you're watching, if you're an artist and you got some music, let me know and I'll send you the link. I can send it real quick.
So it's cool, man. If he's out there, come on in.
That would be beautiful. I think the place would go wild. Maybe I hope he's just setting up his sound. Maybe he's like, okay, it's official. Let me set up. Because Watermelon Slim has a phenomenal setup. I know Naya does as well. He's got a home studio that's like, I haven't been there, but I've heard good things. Before COVID, I was supposed to get in there, and now I don't want to do anything.
Yeah. Well, that program,
you know what I'm saying? Especially with my wife being pregnant, COVID has me shook, man. I like, we really stay in the house. We're like hobbits.
My brother,
is, and that's why I think this is medicine. What's up?
No, I'm saying, are you familiar with Radio Peace International?
I'm looking it up right now. Thank you for saying it again. I'm going to look it up right now. Radio Peace International is out of Costa Rica. I'm assuming. I don't know if they're still on. No, I looked that up last week when you said it. When you said it, it's closed down. What's the other one you said that I should look up just now?
Oh, the Radio Free Americana. Radio Free Americana.
I'll just open up the tab and then I'll radiofreeamericana.com, Radio Free Americana, click to listen. Yeah, it looks like it's active, coming soon. Library. All right. I will I'll check back in on this later. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the help. I'm doing a big push with my music as well. Artists out there, send your music, yo. Send your music, share your music. You know, I know things I don't know what things are. So I don't know what things are. But if you're an artist and you want to get your music out and you think this might be a platform for you, send your music to me and Papa Biz and a few other names that really care. And we'll all check out your music. And if there's a question about it, then send it in. If you don't want to send it in, then don't send it in. But if you're here watching and if you're curious, if you think you're that dude, that girl who could take over the world with some beautiful peace music and shake up things.
Hey, my brother, can I interrupt you for a minute?
Yeah, man.
Radio Peace International is up and running on the web. Go to rfpi.org. I'll do it in my best radio voice.
BlueDemocrat@hotmail.com. It shouldn't be difficult, brother. You need Google Chrome. If you Watermelon, tell me if you have Google Chrome. You should have Google Chrome either on your phone or on your computer. It's a free download. It shouldn't be difficult. The link I sent you, I sent it to Blue Democrat. Sent mail to Bill. It went to bluedemocrat@hotmail.com. Is that what you put in the chat just now? At Hotmail. Yep. That's where I sent it, brother. Please check the link and Radio Free Americana. Yep. Jerry's onto it. Okay. I'll look for it. Yes, please, brother. This will be dope. Google Chrome. If you have Google Chrome, you can hop in and set up your background however you want. You know, I have a nice flag. I love this flag. I love this organization and what they stand for. And then I've got a nice light behind it, so it's illuminated. And we can smash down the evil conspiracy of the Illuminati and these power temples that try to rule the world with secret cabals. Um, you know, the crazy QAnon conspiracy theorists going on and on about satanic rituals. Might be right on point, but it doesn't give you the right to storm the Capitol, you crazy bastards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
It doesn't give you that right.
Yeah.
So,
well, I was finding that it looks like that Radio Peace International has a website at rfpi.org. I think they probably see if that's what I'm finding here. They also got a Facebook page, which I don't want to. Yeah.
Look at this. We got an author who writes about peace and nonviolence. I'd be happy to share some of my writings if you're interested. I think we are.
Yes. Yes,
I
of
think we are
course. We'd love that.
I will. How about Gebri? Is that how I would pronounce your name, Gebri? If I could reserve the right to take you off screen if we find your work to be offensive. So we're not here, you know what I'm saying, just because I don't know who you are. So, you know, if you're writing about peace and nonviolence through some awkward lens that we end up having to remove you from the screen for, without you getting offended, I want to reserve that right. You know, like, you know, it's like if somebody gets up and a rapper who I don't know gets up and starts, you know, being and in it, you know, every word out their mouth is, you know what I'm saying, calling somebody out their name, I'm going to take them off the screen. So even for an author, I'm going to reserve that right, but I'd be happy to bring you forward. I haven't got Chrome. Don't know how to do that, by the way. I'm concerned every person with military background are oath breakers. Let's get into this. Yeah, so that's how it is. It's real simple. If you have Google Chrome, and that's why the FAQ on this, if you go to this link on the Veterans for Peace page, the FAQ would tell you that you'll need Chrome to get on this platform called StreamYard. But other than that, we can bring you forward. My brother Watermelon Slim, I haven't got Chrome. Don't know how to do that. That's easy, brother. We can help you with that. As far as I'm concerned, every person with military background are oath breakers.
I would like to know what he means by that.
Yeah, he's an artist. He's controversial. So I wish we could let's have the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm curious as to our oath breakers.
I think by being part of a standing military, because there shouldn't be a standing military in the first place. Maybe that's what he means. He said, "Who stormed the Capitol?" That is, of course, by all means. He said, "He's talking about people who stormed the Capitol."
Yes,
so
those cats.
That's about 6. That's very direct. That's not even a question.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Those cats use their influence, their background to try to subvert democracy up there.
Hey, Gabriel, put your email in the chat. Put your email in the chat. Yeah, speak on it, Papa Biz. They try to talk about democracy and then they kill a police officer with a. Did he die with a flagpole or with like a?
No, the one that the police officer that died from his injuries was the one that they were throwing fire extinguishers at the police officers. They had fire extinguishers there, not from the Capitol. They brought fire extinguishers there to probably spray on the police. Then they threw the empty ones. One bounced off of a policeman's helmet and it bounced over and hit the other dude. He didn't have his helmet. He had it in his hand at the time. Boom. Knocked him out, and then he died from his injuries. That gave him it killed him. And you know, to me, it's just common sense. If you tell people for the last 6 months that your vote has been nullified, that you've been cheated out of your vote, that them nasty Democrats they taken all your vote away from you. You do that to somebody for 6 months, I can get them to probably do anything. If I tell you something for 6 months, I am the president of the United States. Oh yeah, they listened to him.
They listened to him.
And he was fully aware of what their intentions were. His no account sons, they were fully aware of that. Giuliani, all of them wanted. So I don't know what they thought would happen. That they'd get in there, then they'd kill Nancy Pelosi, hang Pence, kill whoever is there. He declares martial law. We get it resolved. We come back. Biden will still be the president of the United States. So I don't know what his thinking was. Why did he have to be there on the 6th? What was the point? Has never said that he lost the election. There's no major fraud. I believe that to be true. There's no major fraud. Was there some fraud? Was there probably people that, for instance, let me give you an example, brother.
No,
when my father passed away, I went to the Jackson County Election Board and showed him the death certificates that he is no longer alive. Here it is. And they took him off the rolls. You can do that, but you have to do it. They're not going to double check that stuff. So yeah, there was probably people that cheated, but nothing enough to affect a national election. That's crazy. That's just all about his power trip. And of course, I didn't like the dude anyway. I didn't like him when he was on television, did his crazy crap, and I didn't like him as a president. He was my president for 4 years. That's all.
You know, the crazy thing, the sad thing is that it becomes identity. It becomes about his identity, which it shouldn't be. It should only be about his politics.
It was about him.
And it should only be about
politics.
He has no politics, exactly. So it had to be about him.
Voted for him.
I just sent Gebri a link to join us. So maybe he'll be jumping into the green room in a moment.
That'd be nice.
And for my brother Watermelon Slim out there, if you're on your phone or if you're on your computer, whichever one it is, you're probably on your phone, I'm assuming. Go to your Play Store, go to your App Store, and just do a search for Google Chrome, or just go to the web. Just go to your browser, just your web browser, and search Chrome, and then download Chrome. Chrome downloads quick. You can probably restart your phone or restart your computer. It'll be there, and then I'll send you the link, and you can join us. It wouldn't take much. It'll do all the work for you. You just got to click a few buttons. You just got to click yes a couple times. So it's called Google Chrome. For if my accent, whatever accent that might be, is messing it up, is muddying it up. It's Google Chrome. It's the Chrome browser. It came out a couple years ago. So it's the only thing that StreamYard will work on. And
so with this whole now what will happen tomorrow, they'll do the closing of this trial, they'll take a vote, and that'll be it. Trump will not. I will be totally blown away if there's enough Republicans. I hope there's enough that they can actually say there's bipartisan support for the conviction. If there's just one or two senators that come over, that's not really, you can't say that's bipartisan. But if they could get 10, that would show that, hey, you ain't got 100% over there.
Kat didn't put this up in response to what you're saying, but it works right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're going to get 10 Republican senators to come to their senses.
Oh, no, of course not. No, you're not. Probably not.
You know,
but I'm just saying,
sadly,
now that you can't say that if they even got one Republican, the Democrats are going to try to say that it's bipartisan, but 1 out of 48.
I don't even care about bipartisan anymore. I don't care. I don't know if I ever have cared. I just want it to be fair. I just want it to be. I want there to be multiple parties. I don't like bipartisan is silly. You know,
but you realize our system's set up for a two-party system. It's not set up for more than two parties. And do you really think that the two major parties, they ain't gonna cut their arm off to let another party in?
That's what it is. It's not that it's set up for two parties. It's that the two parties that are there is that the two parties that are there have become institutions.
Said it that way.
I think it happened. like officially like 50 or 60 years ago. They institutionalized themselves. Like I could do the history.
Probably longer than that. But anyway, I would
Well,
say go way back.
Yeah,
For
probably.
the two-party system, yeah, it's gone. And it changed. The
But I mean,
Republican Party of the 1650s ain't the Republican Party of the day. The
But
same
see,
as the Democrats.
legally on paper, it's not a two-party system. That's the thing. On paper, it's a multi-party system, and I don't think it goes back. I don't think it goes back all that far. That other other independent parties didn't have a bigger voice. I think it's. I think
that's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think our memory is very short. And I think if you go back 50, 60, maybe 70 years, you probably have more parties with more power. But I'd have to do more.
7 years, only 1949.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure.
And the two major parties, 1949, was what?
Well, I'm sure
and Democrats. Yeah,
Republicans and Democrats, but
right.
But
I'm not agreeing.
Somebody in the chat room might be a historian and know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, let me say, bro, I'm not saying that the two-party system is what is the best thing to how we should work this. I think it's ridiculous that we have two senators for 6 million people, or that we have a U.S. representative for 750,000 people.
Or that people only have two choices, or that you know what I'm saying? You got like 7. I need like 14. You need something reasonable so that whoever wins even has to still get along with the other parties. Like it shouldn't even be the kind of situation where nobody else's voice matters. It should be the type of thing where whoever wins still has to work with the losers. You should still have to work with the losers, man. Those people represent. They have representatives. People voted for them up to a certain amount. If you have a certain amount of people who voted for you, you know what I'm saying, their voice should count. This whole system is foolish.
It's kind of crazy. There's no doubt about it. And I don't have all the answers.
Yeah,
I don't have all the answers. There's no doubt about that. But
where these people at? Gary, Gebre, I sent you a request. I mean, I sent you a link. Watermelon Slim, what's up? I sent you you should know how to you should know how, but you can download Chrome and hop on with me. I'm getting messages that my kids are coming back home. They went out to Art Walk, and that's beautiful.
Nice weather to go out, huh?
No, it's raining. It's not a beautiful thing. But my nanny's mom had something on display tonight at the Contemporary Art Center downtown.
Cool. All right.
So the family went out to support. Naya says the two-party system was institutionalized to create a stalemate. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a definitely stalemate. And I think that the power structure wants it that way.
Oh, look at Jerry. Jerry, you get that comment on the screen. Oh, I'm writing about that now. Oh, Watermelon Slim is writing about the two-party system, I think.
Oh, great. Well, it's a crazy system. I've always felt that during the last several elections, I'm not a libertarian, but the Libertarian Party did do the work and got on every ballot in the United States. Okay, every state ballot had the presidential candidate for vice president, president on the Libertarian Party. The Green Party didn't do that. The other parties have never. But did the Republican Party and the Democratic Party allow the Libertarian candidate to be on stage with them during the debate? They should have.
Yeah,
but they're not going to do that. Neither one of them wanted that. And if someone had told me, it'd be like, okay, you want to cut off, one of your hands. Which hands do you want to give up? Because if you let that woman on, or their candidate on stage, now they might not win the election, but they sure will open up a whole lot of opportunity for people to understand another system. I don't necessarily, like I said, I'm not a libertarian. I'm not advocating for less government and all the things that I'm not. There's some things about libertarians like, but then not as a whole. I don't think they have you know what I'm more of a I'm a Democratic centralist, if you want to put it that way.
I find it sad that Bernie Sanders had to run as a Democrat, even though he's an independent. He's a
Yeah.
democratic socialist, and he can't run as that because, oh God, socialist in his title. So he runs as an independent. He wins his state every, you know what I'm saying? He's like he's loved. And then he goes for a president and he has to change to be a Democrat because he can't even possibly, you can't even be on the main stage if you're an independent or Green Party. So it's like,
All right.
or
Yeah.
Libertarian or anything other than Democrat or Republican. So it's sad. It's
Yeah.
and we accept it. That's sad too, though, because we all accept it and we continue to pay taxes and we continue to partake in the system. You know.
Well, as someone might say, what's the alternative? What can we do to change that?
We can do this. We can
Well,
run for our lives.
Yeah, right.
Right.
We
can all become Canadian fast food, I guess. If we perhaps if we don't fight hard enough, is that the lie they tell us? We'll all the other countries want to, they're waiting to eat us, to eat the Americans. Ridiculous. So stupid.
There's nobody. I'm not an individual. People don't know much about me. Okay, I'm here DJing, doing this thing or hosting. I'm not a total anti.
Huh? Speak on it.
No, I was just saying I'm not a total anti-military individual. So, okay, I'm not 100% sold that we don't need a military. Nobody will convince me of that.
We can have that
debate.
Saeed says, without political awareness, the system will not change. This is so true. Saeed, you're 100% right.
Political awareness.
Well, no, without political awareness, the system will not change. It's true. It's not about whose awareness. You need political awareness in order for the system to change. That's 1000% true. Yes, Saeed. I wish I could give you a bell. I wish I could ding 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 ding. You know, because that's what it is. You need to know
what's people don't want to know about it.
Most people don't want to think about it. Most people want to. That's why our show has 18 viewers. And if you were to go next door, you know what I'm saying, to the show where people are knocking their heads against the wall, you know, and jumping around like bunny rabbits while they play music that is made for toddlers, they'll probably have like 1,500 viewers, you know.
Well, they might. I don't know.
It's the vibration of the world we're in right now. It's interesting, but it's not. But then you're going to have pages that have a lot of viewers that have a high vibration of music as well, you know. So you'll have the mix. You'll always have the mix, and you'll have shows like I know about a bunch of shows that come out and they take months to take off, and you just have to be at the right place at the right time for people to come on, and then the right people see you and get to share in your vibration. We have like right now we have Gebre, and we can learn how to pronounce his name tuning in. And so this is how you meet complete strangers and possibly lifelong friends. Who knows? Maybe Gebre will turn out to be a friend of ours for life. Can I bring you onto the screen? Are you ready to come into the main room? You want to give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Gebre, now that you're in the backstage, over here on your right side of the screen, you'll see a private chat. And so you can say hi in there, and then only myself and Papa Biz will see it. And then up above in comments, if you want to talk to the world and tell them where you are and who you are, then you can put something in comments. So you have comments and private chat. And then at the bottom of the screen, there's some options as well. You can mute yourself, and you can turn your camera off. I can bring you onto the screen whenever you're ready. And so we can do that when you are ready. What your screen looks like to you in your backstage is what it's going to look like when I bring you up. So however you want to set up your backstage, you can set that up. And clearly you can hear me because I can tell by the way you're looking at me. So I thank you for joining us and for being brave enough to enter into the into this space. This is a safe space for everybody who's watching at home. I think we're about to bring up an author. He said he writes about peace and nonviolence. So we're going to bring up an author who's going to do some reading for us. And the same way that I will censor an artist, I will censor the chat room. So if somebody in the chat room is being offensive and rude, we'll censor you as well. We'll warn you, and then we'll block you. So yeah. How would you like to come on? Would you like to come on stage and into the conversation? You want to give me a thumbs up if you do, and you can give me a thumbs down if you're not ready, and we'll just keep on chatting.
He says in the chat he's ready.
He says in the chat he's ready. Cool. Okay, I didn't see the chat. Awesome.
He did say that he was getting a little feedback. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I do hear you. Now, if you are playing us in the background, you're going to get feedback. Okay. If you're playing us on a TV or a monitor, then you're going to hear constant feedback. If you could put on headphones, that would limit the feedback. If you're playing us on a TV,
I need headphones. I need headphones. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can find some headphones.
All right. Well, he'll go get some headphones and.
See, that's one thing. That's community too. That's all the whole process. It doesn't freak me out if something like that happens. It's not the worst in the world. It's growing pains. It's growing pains. If I figure you have a couple, you might have, whatever it might be, 3 months, 4 months of growing pains, because right now we're at 6 weeks, so we're at a month and a half. So I wouldn't say we're through the fire yet. We might have a few more months of growing pains, and then people have figured it out. The audience has figured it out. We have figured it out, and it's happened organically. So we'll all be stronger, and people will really be in a vibration together, and it'll move organically. We'll have people from everywhere just on this vibe. I can feel it. I can feel it now. Yeah, if you have a steady system at home, a steady setup, so that could be your phone, or it could be a laptop, or it can be a desktop. In my case, it's a desktop, and I have an external device for my microphone. I have an interface, like I have a recording studio at home. But you don't need that. You could also have a laptop and be on your laptop microphone and your laptop camera, or you could have a phone. But as long as you have no other browsers opened, no other windows opened, and the sound is just direct through us, then you won't have a feedback issue. But if you have if you are watching us on one device and listening to us on another at the same time, so you can get the effect of the live, then you will have a feedback, and there'll be like a delay effect, and it'll just warp everything. So as a performer, as somebody who's entering the stage, you don't want to have the two screens like that. You just want to experience this one where you go into the StreamYard and then you come out on the Facebook and YouTube, but you don't need to look at yourself. Because if you look at yourself, you're going to get the delay, and you're going to hear the delay, and you're going to be answering questions delayed. And
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
I tried that.
You can't do that.
Some
people do it. And I see people in interviews, you watch interviews, and you can tell like this person is not paying attention to the interviewer. Like this person, they're either watching themselves on a screen, or maybe they're going through their notes or something, but they're the whole time they're down like this. And it's crazy.
Sure is.
What's going on? Oh, you're great too. We love you, Watermelon Slim. Yeah, people don't realize how fragile democracy is. You're right.
Brother, something I've said for many, many years. How long do you think this experiment of the American democracy will last?
I think we're at our end. I think we're nearing our end because
I hope not.
Especially with a farce like this. Well, this was sad. This was You know, this is not this showed a big weakness in the system, because the system hasn't cared about people for a long time. It's been saying for a long time, we're going to change. Just give us a chance. Just give us a chance. The system is built on not caring, brother. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
It's
Okay.
got, and unfortunately, everything comes to an end. I hope it comes to an end peacefully, because the people who are calling for change and have been calling for change for centuries are still calling for a peaceful change. And so, you know, if only the powers that be, if only the ones with the power could see that and could believe it, you know what I'm saying? Then
Right.
it could just be a sharing, because there's enough for everybody. There's more than enough for everybody. You know, you have a few people who have more than they can ever spend in their whole family's lifetime. And if they could just and it's not about the rich versus the poor, but if the system were different and people could just live freely, and
I
and
don't
money,
have that much faith in humanity.
nah, if money were used differently, then we'd
Uh,
have a great outcome. But if it's
I don't
all
know.
about the haves and the
I guess,
have-nots, we're not going to make it.
yeah,
If it stays
yeah,
about the haves and the have-nots, we're not going to make it. It can't be about that.
yeah.
You know, it's got to, it like, it can't just be, or maybe that's what it has to be about. It has to be about the haves and the have-nots. If it's about, right, because that's not what it's about. That's not what anybody talks about. So maybe that has to be the main topic, is the haves and the have-nots. That has to be the main topic.
Well, that's what they want us to talk about. It's a distraction.
I don't think,
Everything that they feed us, everything they feed us is a distraction to what the true power source is.
right.
I mean, you know, people that have power don't want to give it up. That's been true through human beings, through humanity, through the whole history of human beings.
When
People
you
get power.
when you
If
raise
you've ever experienced power, have you ever experienced power over another human being? I mean, other than your children, you have power over your children, and that might not be. But for instance, in the military police, for a short time that I was in, I realized I had power. I had the badge, I had the gun, and what I told those guys to do, they better do it, or there will be trouble. And pretty soon, you know, for me, that power was not easy to take, and I began to develop anxiety issues, and finally was able to move on to another job within the Air Force. But I think some people buy into that power that they have, and whether you're a police officer or school teacher, state senator, U.S. senator, power, you know, and a lot of different philosophies and, you know, different religious philosophies around the world said, you know, that power will corrupt the human brain. It does something to you when you think you have power over somebody.
Yes.
For what little short time that I was military police was about 3 months. Thank goodness that's all I was. And because I think I would have probably ended up on the other side of the law at some point. But the power that I just knew that I had, I never used my power. In fact, I was so laid back, I got written up for not writing people up. That's how bad a cop I was.
Hey, Papa Biz, let me interrupt for a moment.
No, go right ahead.
Gebre, is you just called now on your cell phone? We were looking at you on your cell phone. Just hit me with a yes or a no. Is there a way I can call my cell phone without the camera? The feedback you were getting sounded like us on a delay. So it sounded like oh, he's watching us. He doesn't want to turn it off and wants to be on as well. I guess if you call us, get back on the link, get back online, go back onto the link, we can mute ourselves and you'll read. But we're going to hear, see that the problem with this is if you're on your phone and you're reading something and your family or whoever your loved ones are watching you at the same time in the same room, we'll hear that. And it doesn't sound good on camera. You have to go into a different room if that's what you want to do. So if you're calling on your phone, I think this is what's happening. I'm not sure, but I think Gebre is calling on his phone while he's sitting with his loved ones, right, with his family. And so if he's on a phone, for everybody out there, if you have two devices in the room sharing the sound, you're going to get feedback. It doesn't matter who it is. Like my speaker's right here, and if I were to have my microphone pointed at my speaker, I'm going to get a feedback. My sound is going to overlap on itself and cause a loop, and then my whole house is going to vibrate, you know? So that can happen even in your space. If you ever called in the radio show and you have the radio playing at the same time, they quickly say, turn off your phone, turn off your radio, because that feedback is a horrible thing. And it causes all sorts of frequency, like all sorts of stuff. Go look it up. Do some science. Go into a different room and call me. If I call on my phone, I got to bring you on the big screen. If I call on my phone and turn down my computer, that should work, I think. Yeah. If you turn down your computer, that should work. Yes. Yeah. If the signals bounce back off of each other, I'll do some homework too. Let's all do some homework this week. Let's talk about it next week. Feedback. And, you know, that's not the same as a sound loop, but frequency overlaps. I was just talking shit, wasn't I? MC. Watermelon Slim knows what it is. He probably has the science for me. Oh, he's talking about politics. Every thought, word, and action is a vote. It begins with, this seems like something maybe we want to put on the screen. Who knows? Every thought, word, action, and action is a vote. It begins with into me, see.
Into me, see. Maybe.
Intimacy, we must be accountable to our part in the microcosm for the macrocosm to match that vibe. Very true. We embody through practice and create an imprint that naturally inspires others. Oh, namaste. Yes. No, it's very true. As within,
yes.
So without, as below, as you know what I'm saying? As below, so above. You can't exude something that you're not. And you can't pretend to be some, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't like fake it till you make it. I can never fake it till I make it. You just are what you are, and you're seen or you're not seen. And yeah, you do what you're supposed to do in this world, and you celebrate life and you live love. And what's the number to call in? It's the same link that I sent you, brother. You're going to click that link on your, you're just going to go to that link on your phone. You're going to put that link into your email, into your browser, and click enter. The same way you would do it on your computer. You put that link into your browser and click enter. And you come into the green room, you come into the backstage, and then from the backstage, when you're ready, we bring you onto the stage. And yeah, if you call your people and say, hey, I'm online right now, and they tune in, then they will see you live, because you're going to be live. You're in this moment. And so you can share and bring knowledge to the world, bring art to the world, bring creativity to the world. As long as it's on a peaceful vibration. On a Friday night, we got a platform for you. So if you got food, you can feed people. You know what I'm saying? People are here to eat, here to share. People get a lot of love. We've had who have we had? We've had Jane LaCroix. I don't know everybody we've had on the stage. I don't think. It's only been like 6 or 7, but I'll probably forget somebody.
Brights. I remember someone bright.
Definitely bright individual. Jane
Bright
LaCroix,
individual. That's who it was. Yeah.
They were on the same night, right?
Yes.
We had Dale Novella and Mikal Amin on.
Yes.
Did we have somebody with them? We had somebody on the same night as them as well, or they came. It was them, and they had 2 cameras. That's what messed me up.
Yeah. Right.
They had a dope show. We had Dialect and Ben on the first night. Ben Grosscup, People's Music Network, and Dialect with the Museum of Dead Words. That project just came out, and he shared with us. I forget what he shared with us, which piece. And did we have another night? Yeah, we had essay rhythm. Is it essay rhythm section?
Yep. From, I guess, San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essay rhythm section.
Yeah.
And that was from the homie. That was from the homie right there. So, and we've had yeah, I'm mixing up shows because Veterans for Peace had some other dope folks on, but we have more folks. I got people ready to come for y'all. We got artists from around the world who dig this vibration, and it's just a matter of timing and keeping it open and keeping it popping.
Be here for them. We're here for you.
We're here for you, and we'll keep the space. Definitely hold the space. I'll keep the torch lit, and happy to do it. Intimacy. Oh, because of Valentine's Day? Is that why? Saint Valentine was not an intimate. I don't think Saint Valentine was known for love, but a lot of
I guess there is a Saint Valentine. Actually, a Saint Valentine,
but I think it's a myth.
No.
I looked it up. I've looked it up before. I know the Valentine's Day massacre is what a lot of people bring up as a reason, like, why should I celebrate Valentine's Day?
Well, it just happened on Valentine's Day, that's all.
It says, who was Saint Valentine? This is history.com. Valentine is the patron saint of beekeepers and epilepsy. Among many other things, saints are certainly expected to keep busy in the afterlife. Wikipedia says Saint Valentine, known as Saint Valentine of Rome, was a widely recognized 3rd century Roman saint, commemorated in Christianity on February 14th. From the High Middle Ages, his saint's day has been associated with a tradition of courtly love. He is also a patron saint of epilepsy. So, I mean, it's like the Catholic Church. I don't really fuck with the Catholic Church, and I know a lot of people do. I just don't mess with any. I don't really fuck with any church, any religion. I don't mind if you do, but we celebrate a lot of holidays that we have no idea where they came from or why we celebrate them.
It's because we're a capitalist society and they got to make money off of it.
I don't even have to say
Halloween.
I was trying to get there. Yeah.
Halloween. Christmas, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mind the Mardi Gras. That should be a national holiday. Everybody should get off for a Mardi Gras. Because that's just about partying. That's more a cultural thing that they've been doing down in New Orleans for a long time. I've only been to Mardi Gras once. I was a real young man, and it was it, and I'll never forget it. It was crazy.
I think our work week is way too long. We should have like a 4-day work week, and in those 4 days, we should probably be working like 6 hours a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We should do about 3 hours in the morning, take a little break in the afternoon, and this should be every day, and then do about 3 hours in the afternoon. Your productivity would be out the roof. You definitely be more willing to sit at your desk or do whatever it is you've got to do if you knew you had more time to spend with your family. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of time people are at work is just because of a myth that if they weren't at work, they'd be at home doing nothing. That shit ain't true. We got too much stuff to do that. People want to go to work, go home and be with their family. See, people got to go to sleep. They got lives to lead.
I got a story about that too.
Jerry says, absolutely. I know I'm right because everybody I talk to, you know what I'm saying? I know it's right. I know it's true. Gebray's in the background. Yes. All right. So I think this brother's an author. And so we're going to bring him onto the screen and give a little check. And if we can hear you, once you start speaking and you just say yes, you see what it is. We're up here talking. I'm going to put you on the screen. And I guess if you just have your phone, I'm not going to just leave you on the screen because that won't look great. But I guess we'll listen.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Can you guys hear me?
Now that sounds good. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I mean, good. Okay, good. And I like it better not
not being on screen. So
Okay.
nobody wants to look at my ugly self, man. So yeah. But I apologize for the confusion. That was actually my first time ever trying to use my computer with the camera on it and all that. So I was like, I did not know what I was doing. But in the future, I'll try to work on that and so I can come on screen. But I've just been sitting back and just stumbled across y'all and was just been very very much enjoying listening to the blessed reasonings, the good discussion. It's very refreshing to me to hear people discuss things of substance without using a bunch of nonsensical political talking points. I'm coming just to let you guys know briefly where my perspective is coming from. I'm definitely am coming from a Christian Orthodox Christian perspective, which shapes my pacifist views. I am a radical pacifist. I believe in nonviolence and life affirmation across the board, which leads me to be very apolitical because when I look at both parties, as you guys have kind of alluded to in your discussion, both parties are guilty of violence and bloodshed and capitalistic exploitation. And I mean, we can go on and on about all the different ways that the political system exploits and diminishes and thwarts human life and human freedom and justice and peace and the things that you guys care about. I'm also someone who's, by the grace of God, has not been in the military, so I don't know, firsthand about the horrors of war or what it's like to be in the military. And I try hard to be someone who never condemns or judges or looks down on anyone who has been in the military because so many people, young people, that's why I was digging your T-shirt, brother. I posted something on my page about that same thing, man, because when I was 18 years old, didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, didn't have a clue about any goals, directions, and those military recruiters came to my college campus and came for me. And man, they were slick and they were good looking guys. Man, they made it sound like it was just going into the Boy Scouts. And I almost signed on the dotted line, because it's like, man, make money and travel the world. And something inside of me said, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And thank God that I did not. But so many people in my situation do because they don't know what other options they have in life. And it's a sales pitch. And then they go out and they either die or they wind up killing people and have to live with the rest of their lives with the blood of another human being on their hands and on their conscience. So anyway, that's just briefly where I'm coming from. I just believe in the question that you posed a few minutes ago was very important. I think you guys kind of answered the way I would answer what is the alternative? What is the alternative to politics? That's what I get asked all the time. Well, what is the alternative to militarism? You just sit back and let ISIS, run roughshod over us. What is the solution? And you hit the nail on the head, brother. It's like the solution is first and foremost to realize that violence is not the only alternative. Violence is not the answer. We choose a better way. And just because the majority of the world, the majority of our society has not chosen to exercise that option doesn't mean that it's still not a viable option. Dr. King showed us that it can be done. Gandhi showed us that it can be done. Many other saints and church fathers throughout the ages and people of different religions and faiths have shown us that there is a way to achieve justice and achieve human rights and defend human rights without taking up the sword and shedding the blood of our human brothers and sisters. So that's just basically in a nutshell where I'm coming from. And I will hang up and listen, continue to listen more to you guys' wonderful conversation. And thank you for allowing me to take the time. And I will try to be a.
Don't wait up. Don't hang up yet. Don't hang up yet.
Okay.
Unless what you were doing now was some of your writing. That sounded like you were just speaking freely. Am I wrong?
Yeah. No, I was just coming from just off the top of my head. Yeah.
Well, I think you just coming off the top of your head is beautiful, and by all means passes the litmus test, right, Papa Biz? Does it pass the litmus test? Yeah. Please share some of your writings with us. I think the chat room would like to hear. I think I would like to hear. I think Papa Biz would like to hear some of your writings.
Absolutely. I sent you a friend request, so I can PM you some stuff, and I'll email you some stuff that you guys can feel free to share any way you want to. Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Okay, you're not going to read stuff right now. I get it. Okay, cool.
yeah, I can do that in the future. I'm not really prepared. You know, I will do that in the future. Maybe try
Please
to come
do.
up with some
Cool.
some
Please
of my
do.
poetry or some short little
Oh,
excerpts or meditations. You
Okay.
know,
please do.
so then I think would be appropriate. Then maybe next time I can do that if you'd be interested.
Yes, I
Yes,
think we
sir.
would be. And tell me how do we pronounce your name?
You've got it pretty much right. Gebre, it's Gebre
Gebre.
Memphis Kadus. It's Amharic because I was baptized into the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. So it's Amharic. It means servant of the Holy Spirit, which is not a name I'm not worthy, but pray for me to live up to it. My brothers, yeah, yeah.
Wow, brother.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep tuning in. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to chime in. I look forward to more discussions in the future.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you
Peace
for
be
your
with
comment.
you.
Peace, brother. Yes, travel safe. Yo, travel safe, travel light. Thank you so much. Gebre, that was beautiful, bro. Like his the sentiment, right? I feel the sentiment, brother. Yeah. So it's good that we're here. Clearly, everything happens for a reason. We wouldn't have had that conversation had we not come on this week. Last week we toyed with the idea of ending the show because it hasn't been what we initially envisioned it might be. And maybe that just hasn't, maybe that has already happened, but we just haven't seen it yet. You know, clearly, right? Clearly, it's already happened. So,
yeah, maybe the vision's changing on us as we're going.
Right.
You know, in some ways. But yeah, I'd like to hear the brothers' poetry. I enjoy poetry.
He said he sent me
people
stuff, and he sent me a friend request. So he probably sent something to our submission page, which I will get tomorrow. And then if he sent me a friend request, that would be on Facebook. So that will be after the show. I can look at that. And that sounds very nice. He and not just because he agreed with us, but he sounded like he was very thoughtful. And he was in the moment, even in the moment, he was reflecting as he was speaking with us. So that was really beautiful. And we watched the audience grow. That's always a good sign too. Like our audience right now, clearly this is our core. It's been that way for the past hour, and this grew up to 19. You know what I'm saying? And
good.
And so whenever the vibration, you can always tell when the vibration is uplifting people because they're sharing it with folks. And then, you know, something else happens and more people tune in. And as people tune in and stay, they're clearly keyed in on something that somebody's saying. So that's always a beautiful thing. And the more we share, the more that happens. And, you know, it won't take much for artists to realize that with 4 artists in the chat room, that audience is going to be quadrupled in size, you know. Our steady audience of about 14, 15 people, 20 people is going to be like 80 people or 100 people. And then artists can leverage that. And, you know, everybody gets to share and the community grows and the conversation builds. So it's a beautiful thing. So we are here giving good food, giving good medicine, healing. And I'll share some more music. Everybody who's here, that's right. Leveraging happens for a reason. It's the phenomenological method. Phenomenological method. I cannot even say that, brother. I'm sure you sing that in a song. Oh, I love it. Oh man, I wish you could be on screen tonight. I hope you can download Google Chrome, get it on your phone or get it on your computer and plug in, brother. Because that'll just be the biggest gift. I'll share something else. What do we have? What do I have next up on the queue? Hear Me. This is a song that I wrote on Migration of the Souled Kind. And let's see if I can even get through the words, because y'all see how I struggle through my songs when I haven't practiced all week and then I'm here in the moment.
Just Be in the moment, brother.
Right? Yeah.
Be in that moment.
So check this
That's
out.
all you get.
I say a lot in my song. So here, this is the moment I'm gonna try to be in a moment. Parades of dead souls march down the streets to the tunes of empty drums and corporate beats. Heads hang low, dreams in the ground, so my chariot swings with a ZQ sound. Shovel profound, dirt words of air. Unveil the truth and blind you with the glare. Snatch your attention, hold your breath for hostage, and keep your ears as trophies, prize of my bondage. I am the alarmist. I rock the bells. I am the sleeper, waking up the cells. I learned from the teacher KRS rocks well, and I'm A-list. I reach you, not one line fails. My hip-hop is sails of hemp made for ships to capture the wind and transport hits. The rapture begins. I'm Bloods and I'm Crips. I'm Black people unified. Imagine this. I'm the forced migration, the diaspora, the breath and the life and the flavor left after, the last laugher, the piece you can't capture, the one to kick your ass if your class was master. Okay. You can't tune us out. Stop trying. Here until the world stops, my sun shining. Pull out the stops. Hip hop is dying. Too many men are sold out for platinum and diamonds. You hear me? Well, do you hear me now? Because I'm speaking like a beacon loud. I know I'm not alone watching this go down. Don't just hear me. Let me see you move to the sound. Don't just feel me. Hempen fields, move it around like Harriet, whipping that horse around. Miss Tubman, I only pray you love this sound. Rest in peace. And thank you for the underground. You can speak and hit him with that culture now. Youth in need. Look at all these vultures out. I know I'm not alone watching this go down. Don't just hear me. Let me see you move to the sound. I'm the forced migration. All right. So I clearly know the words. Let's see if I can get that in the moment. Are you there? Yeah, you're here with me. I see you smiling. Cool. All right. Let's share some screens. Application window.
I ain't left nothing in Africa. That's what you say.
Papa Biz, you hear me, bro? You hear the music? Word.
The diaspora, the breath and the life and the flavor left after the forced migration. The diaspora, the breath and the life and the flavor left after the forced migration.
This is produced by Zaquan Holland, ZQ.
You can't capture the flavor left after the last laugh. The piece you can't capture, the one that kick your ass if your class was master.
Parades of dead souls march down the streets to the tunes of empty drums and corporate beats. Heads hang low, dreams in the ground, so my chariot swings with a ZQ sound. Shovel profound, dirt words of air. Unveil the truth and blind you with the glare. Snatch your attention, hold your breath for hostage, and keep your ears as trophies, prize of my bondage. I am the alarmist, I rock the bells. I am the sleeper, waking up the cells. I learned from the teacher KRS rocks well, and I'm A-list. I reach you, not one line fails. My hip-hop is sails of hemp made for ships to capture the wind and transport hits. The rapture begins. I'm Bloods and I'm Crips. I'm Black people unified. Imagine this. I'm the forced migration. The breath and the life. The last laugher. The one to kick your ass if your class was master. I'm the forced migration. The breath and the life. The last laugher. The one to kick your ass if your class was master. Because it's a class war. It's not a race war.
July 4th, 1776, we were in chattel slavery. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro. Let the people know, man.
White people, that's too black. Because you can't have a black conscience. It's not like you have a white conscience. Things can be too black, but they can never be too white.
You know, I was the first person in my family not to go to college that had not been a slave.
And historically, 60 million black people were killed on the side of the law, and this was an act of genocide.
You can't tune us out. Stop trying. Here until the world stops. My sun shining. Pull out the stops. Hip hop is dying. Too many men have sold out for platinum and diamonds. You hear me? Well, do you hear me now? Because I'm speaking like a beacon loud. I know I'm not alone watching this go down. Don't just hear me. Let me see you move the sound. Don't just feel me. Hempen fields moving around like Harriet, whipping that horse around. Miss Tubman, I only pray you love this sound. Rest in peace. And thank you for the underground. You can speak and hit them with that culture now. Youth in need. Look at all them vultures out. I know I'm not alone watching this go down. Don't just hear me. Let me see you move to the sound. This a forced migration. The breath and the life and the flavor left after. The last laugher. The one to kick your ass if your class was master. I'm the forced migration. The breath and the life and the flavor left after. The last laugher. The piece you can't capture. The one to kick your ass if your class is master. And I watch as
those of us who have been enslaved be free. Before we can be new African, we gotta be black first. You understand? We gotta get our brothers from the street like Harriet Tubman did. The Civil War was also fought on this continent, not to free the black slaves, but the Civil War was actually fought to preserve the Union, preserve this country, keep it intact for white people. It wasn't fought to set you free. It wasn't fought to give you civil rights. It wasn't fought because they respected you and loved you as a human being. You know, don't curse, go to school, go to college. You know, we got colleges for a while there. You know what I'm saying? And there's still bridges out there, and niggas still try.
all right. We got one more song in the wings for y'all. We'll keep it on pause. We'll keep it on deck for now. We don't keep anything on pause. We're on go. We're on play. We're on play mode. Maybe rewind, liquid. You know what I'm saying? For all my Trinis, all my people from the islands, Caribbean, all my people from New York. You know, that reference. If it's good, you play it back again. But we're not on pause over here. We're not worried about homophobia and terms that limit us and take our language away, our right to use language. So we might be gay one day. You know what I'm saying? We might be happy. You know what I'm saying? We might be free with our speech. You know what I'm saying? We might frolic around in the grass. You know what I'm saying? And
we might even smoke some grass.
You know what I'm saying? We might frolic around in the grass with bare feet with sandals on and talk trash with seersucker pants and high water jeans and bell bottoms and socks pulled up to our knees, if you know what I mean. We might be the ones climbing trees as we're walking down the blocks with our kids because we like people who are healthy and clean. So we'll do all sorts of things.
All right. Sounds good to me.
You know what I'm saying? People who are lyrical can come up here and share. People who are spiritual can come up here and share. This is an open space. This is an open platform for free thought, free conversation. We intend to grow the creative space in our country. We are here as a platform for you to manifest peace in yourself, in your neighborhood, and in your world. I just came up with that. I think I'd like to coin that phrase. We are here for you to manifest peace in yourself, in your neighborhood, and in your world. We could refine it a little bit. You know, you got any? You said you had some good 420 news for me about Missouri.
Well, actually, yes, I do a little 420 news. National Normal just selected a new board chairman for the board of directors of Normal, and that is his name as Rick Steves. He is the well-known cat on PBS that travels around the world and does travel shows. He smoked pot just about everywhere around the world. That's legal for him too when he can. And so now he is the new chairman of the board for National Normal. I'm kind of excited about that. He brings a lot of credibility, a lot of notoriety to the position. And so I look for good things to happen on a national level. On a local level in Missouri, we're working on some bill. We're working on a bill for a legalization bill. It'll be probably available. Well, we have to send it to the Secretary of State first, and then they have to look at our language. And then once that comes back, then we can start our petition drive for that one for legalization of cannabis in Missouri. So, and that's my besides being a veteran and activist for veterans, that is something that I truly believe in. I've tagged myself with the name Can Evangelist. Now, I was going to use that here from time to time, but I figure Papa Biz is better because that's what I used as a DJ when I was on the air and did private parties and all that. So, but my Can Evangelist is a real deal. I believe all things cannabis. I believe that if you have an ailment that something is bothering you, it might not cure you, but it sure will help you in a lot of areas in your life. And it's not about the getting high. My slogan, my motto for veterans is it ain't about getting high. It's about saving lives. And that's what motivates me. That's what makes me want to stand out and be called, use this name, Can Evangelist. As some people think it's kind of a character name. I'm fine with that. I don't care what you think about it, because if we're talking about it, then it's a good thing. So I'm hoping the name will say, well, what the hell is a Can Evangelist? What is he preaching it? No, I'm actually stone cold unapologetic atheist. So, people shouldn't misunderstand when I say Can Evangelism. It's because the evangelical community is so sold on what they do. I felt, wow, I like that. My son gave me the name, and I'm sold on cannabis. So every chance I get to mention cannabis in a conversation, I do that in my daily life. Every chance I get, I wear on my hats. I wear marijuana pins, and I get lots of positive. I get very few negative anymore. I think a lot of it's because of my age, and I'm also wearing a veteran pin every now and then. And I do play my veteran card when I need to. I play my old man card when I need to. But my focus in life, people, those who are watching, is the plant, the cannabis plant. Now, for you people who think that marijuana and cannabis and hemp is all different, they all the same plant. There's cannabis indica, cannabis sativa, and cannabis rutica. And so that's it. There is no other cannabis in the world. That's it. Marijuana is a slang term that they used, started using it in the 1930s because a lot of Mexicans use it. That's what they called it. They called it cannabis in Mexico is marijuana, and it's a slang term. I don't like it. That's why I use the term cannabis. That's what the plant is. So anyone can argue. I mean, I will debate the legalization of cannabis. I will debate the legalization of first of all, I want all drugs decriminalized, and then let's start looking at legalizing psilocybin mushrooms. Let's look at legalizing. I personally don't have a problem with just about any drug if it's in a controlled environment. I want people to know that I'm real close to a Whiteman Air Force Base. That's where the B-2 bomber comes out of. That's a badass machine. When you look at it in the air, it intimidates you. Okay. Do you think that those pilots fly from the middle of Missouri and go over to Southeast, to Middle Asia, and they ain't using something? Brother, they're using some methamphetamine controlled. Because don't you want that to drive? If you're going to spend $1 billion flying a plane, you don't want to fall asleep.
Hey, so, Papa Biz.
Anyway, I can go on all night long. That's Can Evangelist with me. Okay.
It's all good. We got to do it again. We'll get into it again, and I want to bring Watermelon Slim up onto the screen.
Oh my.
And, yeah, he is here in the backstage. If you're ready to come up on screen, I'd love to bring you up on screen with us. I'm going to bring the brother up onto the screen. You have a chat over here. Opium wars in Asia in 1700s. Yeah, for real. You look at yeah. I mean, Watermelon Slim. You're still in the green room, and I can't hear you until I bring you onto the screen. But you have a private chat in which you can communicate with me and say hi. And you also have comments. There's a comment section somewhere. If you're on your phone or if you're on your computer, I'm not sure, but you have a chance to either reach the public with comments or reach Papa Biz and I with private chat. And other than that, I guess once you get on here, you and I will talk, and I'll figure out if you're. It look like you're on your phone from the way your camera's moving. So your audio.
I'm here, and I'm hearing 3 voices simultaneously. He says.
Oh, he said something in private chat. I'm here, and I'm hearing 3 voices simultaneously. Do you have on 2 devices? Do you have on? Nope, you just have on this device. Okay. Is it a phone?
What if I mute myself? Would I do anything?
No, I think we'll mute ourselves if he plays music, we'll mute ourselves anyway. But let's bring you onto the screen so we can talk it out. We got Watermelon Slim with us, ladies and gentlemen. For folks who know, then you should be very happy, and for folks who don't know, you're about to enjoy it.
Get blown away.
Yeah. Anyway, but let's bring you onto the screen so we can talk it out.
Very
We got
nice.
Watermelon Slim with us, ladies
All
and
right,
gentlemen.
that'll
For
work.
folks who know, then you should be very happy, and for folks who don't know, you're about
Hell,
to
I'll put
enjoy
my
it. Get blown away.
BBAW hat on
Yeah.
here.
Anyway, but let's bring you onto the screen so we can talk it out.
Very
We got
nice.
Watermelon Slim with us, ladies
All
and
right,
gentlemen.
that'll
For
work.
folks who know, then you should be very happy, and for folks who don't know, you're about
Hell, I'll put
Hey, Watermelon Slim, brother. I can see what's happening. You've got 2 devices because I can hear you. I can hear myself talking after I brought you up. Whatever other computer you've got that you're watching us on, you got to turn it off. You're going to have to give up the ability to watch us at the same time, and then just trust and come back later and watch us, because otherwise it's not going to work. Oh, Naya said he'll try to get on next week. Hey, y'all, if Naya comes back next week, Watermelon Slim comes back next week, and Bray comes back next week. Oh man.
Oh, it'd be kick-ass. Watermelon Slim. I'm so glad we got connected. He's an OVDAW member. I'm sure he remembers some folks from back in the day.
Watermelon Slim comes back next week. What's up with this delay? There must be. You don't have another device playing?
No, on the computer.
Tell him to mute the volume. There you go. Hey, but the delay, maybe if he mutes the volume, it'll work. Naya says mute your volume. Maybe if you I don't understand how that would work.
I love spontaneity. It just is what it is. We get to work out the folks that are watching. You're gonna, if you've never seen him perform, his lyrics will knock you on your ass. I'm telling you.
His lyrics alone are incredible, and then the music.
They are.
The music and the lyrics together.
It's a great opportunity to be able to, hopefully he can get this going as a try. His lyrics will knock you on your ass.
You see that delay, Howie? It's going to be weird to have a conversation like this, big brother. The music, the lyrics together.
It's a great opportunity to be able to, hopefully he can get this going as a try. His lyrics will knock you on your ass.
You see that delay, Howie? It's going to be weird to have a conversation like this, big brother. The music, the lyrics together.
It's a great opportunity to be able to, hopefully he can get this going as a try. His lyrics will knock you on your ass.
You see that delay, Howie? It's going to be weird to have a conversation like this.
I know. We can't do
So good, brother. It is what it is.
It's going to be weird to have a conversation like this.
So good, brother. It is what it is.
It's going to be weird to have a conversation like this.
So good, brother. It is what it is.
It's going to be weird to have a conversation like this.
Something surreal about this. Where'd I go? No. There it is.
You just did something. Watermelon Slim, you just muted something that stopped it. You stopped the loop. Can you do it again? You just did something. Watermelon Slim, you just. That was me removing him. You see what's happening, y'all, with the loop? This is crazy. We've created a loop. You just did something. Watermelon Slim, you just. That was me removing him. You see what's happening, y'all, with the loop? This is crazy. We've created a loop.
Yeah, it's a loop.
You just did something. Watermelon Slim, you just. That was me removing him. You see what's happening, y'all, with the loop? This is crazy. We've created a loop.
Yeah, it's a loop.
Yo, Watermelon Slim, turn off that other sound. You've got a second sound system on, brother.
I don't know what that means.
You see what's happening, y'all, with the loop? This is crazy.
Can you hear me? Can you actually hear me talk?
Yes.
Well, I don't have any other channel on. It's just, this is it.
You can sit back. I'm looking at your Adam's apple, brother. This is crazy. Sit back.
Can you actually hear me talk?
Yes. I'm gonna have to talk with my brother Watermelon another day. Bill, you and I are gonna have to. We gotta get on the horn tomorrow and talk. Because this is not doing you justice and it's not doing your music justice. And yeah, I know you can hear me right now. And the loop is not great. If we figured out how to play with it, that would be really cool. But we got to end that, whatever that sound feedback is happening. You and I got to get on the phone. So I'm not going to bring you back up on the screen at this moment because I think the loop is going to continue. But I am going to call you tomorrow. Stay in the green room and hit me with your phone number because I don't think I have it anymore. Please send me your phone number in the private chat, and I'm going to put it in my phone.
He said it ended here.
Huh? He said it ended?
Yeah, he said for him on our private chat, he said it ended here.
Let's see if I bring him back. I'll take a chance. That would be wonderful. Twilight Zone. Yeah, that was surreal. Fred Brown says reboot Watermelon. I feel you. I want to reboot Watermelon.
No, yeah. I think he said maybe he needs to reboot. Maybe Watermelon
needs to reboot.
Possibly. You know, one time I had that problem. Remember, I had a feedback, and mine was the way I was, but I got it figured out now. So, all right.
I'm glad I could help.
All right.
Yeah.
You're sounding good.
Can you hear the guitar without any loop now? I bet you can.
I bet you I can. I want you to look. You see whatever you are seeing of yourself, we see. So I want you to sit back because I want to see your face when you sing to us. And whatever.
There.
That was good, brother. Thank you. Yes.
I'd like to be far enough away to play the guitar, but I don't guess I am.
Yes, you are. You're fine. We hear you great. Watermelon.
I'm gonna bring you onto the screen, and you can I'm gonna mute, what you want to do. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna give you the helm. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate your energy and your time. Thank you.
Well,
welcome home, brother. Welcome home.
I thank you very much. I am Veterans for Peace. I joined Veterans for Peace on December the 16th, 2010. I had changed myself to a fence at the White House, and I've been working with VFB in whatever ways I can. I started in the anti-war veterans movement in 1971, the year I got back from Vietnam. and I was a member and coordinator of Vietnam Veterans Against the War. So I've been in this game for, well, this year it'll be 50 years. And I've been a movement musician for that long. It's just about tuned up, I think. Let's see here, okay. And I wrote this song when I just happened to be passing by Little Bighorn on the way back from a West Coast tour. The more that you learn stuff, the more that you know. The deeper the burden of your knowledge upon you. The deeper you dive into the sea of your time, the deeper the shade of blue. And I've had some bottles and I've had some women. The bottles get empty and the women drift away. And I've had the blues for the one and the other. That ain't why I'm singing today. And I'm rolling through the big sky of Billings, Montana. Refineries all around me, to my left and my right. They say the Indians and the prairie gave way to the settlers, but I don't think they're getting it right. The Little Bighorn they call Custer's last stand, the last victory of all who once lived here alone. The guns now are silent, but the memories forever remain, though the buffalo's gone. It might be desperation, it might be inspiration, might even be depression way down in my soul. But whatever you call it, I'm singing these blues. With my hands on the wheel as I roll. With my hands on the wheel as I roll. It ain't even recorded yet, not that song, but I got 13 records.
Brother, yeah, brother. I just grabbed when Fred Brown said that, and he's with us every week. We love you, Fred. I went real quick and grabbed Watermelon Slim online.com, and I'm putting it into the chat right now.
Cool.
Because if you don't know about Watermelon Slim, and this was your introduction, bless your heart. We all find out about things in our own ways, in our own times. And I thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you'll play another one, or at least more. Hopefully you will.
Yeah.
You
I'll sing you about eloquent, good-looking, backsliding Baptist preacher right now. I learned this song from a man in 1968, and he was already going to church. He never made more than one record, but here you go. It's called Jimmy Bell. Jimmy Bell's in town. Yes, he's walking round. He's got greenback enough, sweet baby, make a man a suit. Make a man a suit. Make a man a suit. He's got greenback enough, sweet baby, make a man a suit. Jimmy Bell's in the pulpit, the Bible in his hand. Oh, them sisters in the amen corner screaming, Jimmy Bell's my man. Jimmy Bell's my man. Jimmy Bell's my man. All them sisters in the amen corner screaming, Jimmy Bell's my man. Jimmy Bell told the sexton, go and toll the bell. Cause some of these old members here sure is going to hell. Sure is going to hell. Sure is going to hell. Cause some of these old members here sure is going to hell. Jimmy Bell's in the pulpit, jumping up and down. Oh, them sisters in the corner screaming, hey, Alabama bound. Alabama bound. Alabama bound. All them sisters in the corner screaming, Alabama bound. Jimmy Bell told his wife that night, if the time don't get no better here, baby, down the road I'm going. Down the road I'm going. Down the road I'm going. Oh, if the time don't get no better, baby, down the road I'm going. Gabriel's horn, boy. I've been singing that song a long time.
Give those flowers, man. Give those flowers up. If you're watching that, you got to be sharing this. If you're watching that and you know who this man is, or you don't know, you're watching that, you're hearing that, give the flowers. Give flowers to people while they're alive. You can give flowers by sharing this. You can give flowers by sharing this right now. You can take a moment to like grab the link of whatever you're watching in. Facebook is most of you, YouTube, and click share. Share it to Twitter and Facebook and say, yo, I'm watching this, come join me. Your friends, the people who you follow on social media and who follow you are going to follow it. They're going to click on it. They're going to instantly click, because more than anything that you're doing, they want to be involved in your life. More than anything that you write or think or share with the world, the people who follow you actually want to be involved with you. And since we're all separated right now, if you want to show flowers to Watermelon Slim for what he just did, because he deserves them, share this on your social media. And then if you really want to give flowers, go into the comments where I put the link to his music, and go to his website and buy his music, because he's an independent artist who has put out 13 albums?
13 CDs, 3 DVDs, and 1 LP.
And
I made the LP in 1973 when I was still in the war, or still in when the war was still going on.
And it's all such outspoken peace music, right? It's straight up peace music.
It's everything. That album had a wide variety of things. I'm known for the blues, but I've played a lot of honky tonk music, and my current latest release has been nominated for a Blues Music Award by the Blues Foundation for Best Acoustic Album of the Year. I don't mean to brag or anything, but I make good records. I'm going to tell you, I never have put my hand on a mixing board. You know, there's horses for courses. You can't. Some people just can't do that kind of stuff. I mean, I barely could get into this phone call. There's just stuff I can't do, and I pay other people to do it. And most of that is the technology of it all. I can play the music. I can write the song.
I've got a question for you, Watermelon Slim.
Yeah.
So when you made music in Nam, right?
Yeah, I did.
Did you
play guitar then?
Did you play any at any of the coffee shops types of stuff, or coffee little places, open mic that my buddy Doc Upton was telling me about, that there was some of that going on
in Vietnam. I don't even know about anything like that in Nam.
Well, there's an actual documentary about guys in Vietnam making their music and playing and having kind of underground coffee shops.
No.
I'll find out what it is and get it.
I never saw any of that. I didn't play in
Okay.
any coffee houses till I was back and in Vietnam Veterans Against the War.
Yes,
Also,
yes.
down on Charles Street in Boston, there's a place called Sword and the Stone. That was the very first coffee house I ever played at.
Awesome.
Right on Charles Street.
So you've been at this as long as me. I joined VVAW in December of 1971 when I got out of the Air Force in September of that year.
Well,
And I didn't serve in Nam. I was in Taiwan, but
you know,
but that's I was lucky, brother. That's all. That's how I see it. But I am so delighted to be able to have this conversation with you and meet you. I've seen you perform in Kansas City on several occasions. One was at Knuckleheads. I bought your CD and you signed it for me, but that's been some years ago. And
hey, what about Kansas City? The very first thing I ever did for VVAW, it was a weekend, and the state coordinator from Connecticut and the regional coordinator needed somebody to drive them to Kansas City. And I said, okay, here, let's go.
Would that have been in April of 71?
That would have been in April of 71.
So you were there at the famous John Kerry meeting with my buddy Doc Upton and Randy Barnes.
I didn't even go in. I wasn't even yet a member.
They wouldn't let. Yeah, exactly. They had their echelon. And now I was in the Air Force then, but that's who the guys I met when I got out of the Air Force.
I drove them back. I drove 2,660 miles that weekend.
Oh, wow. And so did you drive John Kerry out there, or did you just drive some people out there?
I drove people out there. I didn't drive John Kerry anywhere.
Yeah, he probably flew, I'm sure.
I met John Kerry at the next month at Operation POW in Boston when we marched from Lexington to Concord to Bunker Hill, and that's where I met John
Yes.
Kerry, on Bunker Hill.
Did you participate in Operation Dewey Canyon 3 there in Washington,
I did
D.C.?
not. I was a mile away.
Okay.
I was there in Washington when it happened and didn't know about it.
Yeah. Well, there's
April 23rd, a march in the moratorium.
yes.
And then on the 25th of April, I was one of the leaders of the Great New Jersey Turnpike Stall.
Ah, all right. Hallelujah.
Hey, big brother.
People don't know you're getting to witness some true history here with people who were involved in the anti-war movement. The VVAW is still in operation, still has its mission that it works with.
I am a coordinator, a life member, and a coordinator of the real Vietnam Veterans Against the War. There was a split. We don't think of the Chicago chapter as VVAW anymore. They're VVAW Inc.
Hey, brother, let's keep it love. Let's keep it love here. Let's keep it all.
Yeah.
Right here, we think of everybody as everybody.
This man may not have ever heard of the split, but I
know about it.
Oh, no. I'm fully aware of the split, my brother.
Yeah.
We were there.
Watermelon Slim, I just want to interrupt real quick. I want to change the vibration. Somebody in the chat is asking where you're from. Yeah, I want to. Somebody in the chat is curious about you. Let's talk about talk about your music. We're here to talk about you, brother.
Thank you, brother, for getting us back on track. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Oh, I was born in. I'm almost dropped on Beacon Street, a rifle shot from Fenway Park, but luckily my mother held me in. So then I didn't live even a year in Boston because my father and mother went to Arlington, Virginia, had my brother and divorced. So I grew up in Asheville, North Carolina.
You speak in poetry.
I write in poetry. I can write you a sonnet in 20 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I made $50 the other day doing it.
Do you do writing? Do you have writing workshops? Do you give workshops?
No, I don't give writing workshops. I got 2 degrees in it, but I don't give writing workshops.
You don't offer your services? Do you know about
you're
not like a technical guy.
Let me tell you this. I also not only do I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in history and journalism, I also I got Oklahoma State high school subject teaching endorsements in English, history, political science, economics, and psychology. But I was told straight out, Mr. Holman, your lack of teeth is an effective bar to your professional employment. So I went right back to driving trucks 5 days after I got my master's degree.
That's discrimination. No,
it's actually validated by the Supreme Court, and I'll tell you how. The United States Supreme Court was ruling in a case by a class action suit by overweight women against Playboy, and the Supreme Court.
Wait.
The Supreme Court ruled for Playboy and said that it is all right for an employer to establish appearance standards for prospective employees, as long as those appearance standards do not violate another civil rights tort.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy, bro.
It's what the civil rights, what your civil rights are worth in that particular.
What is it? Race? Is it? Which is stupid, but my door is locked. Is somebody trying to? That's my cat. My cat's always trying to come in my studio. It's what is it? Race, sex, creed. What creed is like religion or something, right?
Religion. I think
now they've added
sexual preference is probably added to it at this point.
Yeah,
but,
it's gotta be.
But an appearance like having no teeth, being overweight, having your face burned, and being and looking bad, these are not civil rights torts. These are, according to the ruling, these are discretionary defects of appearance.
They don't count as disabilities?
No, you can fix. The assumption is you can fix overweight, and yeah, you can fix teeth if you pay enough money. It's fixable.
Yeah.
So
they want you to pay the money in order to give you a job.
I'd have to. At that point, I would have had to. Well, my mouth is incredibly bad, not just because it's been beaten and there's a lot of iron in there, but for hereditary reasons too. I've had 2 different doctors, and one of them was a Vietnam veteran, say, "This is beyond my practice. You need 3 or 4 different specialists." They'd have to cut a piece out of the top of my mouth in order to even put a denture.
I know what you're going through, brother. I just went through
know
dental surgery. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Any more money on teeth? I can deal with it. And I'm a blues man now, and if I was Robert Cray with all my teeth, maybe I'd be a richer blues man. But I own my own home, and I get my Social Security that I work for very hard.
Are you getting some disability? Are you getting some compensation from the VA?
I've never filed for any compensation.
Oh,
I'm not
man.
disabled enough to do it.
Oh, brother.
There's a lot of us like that. I'm like you, brother. I don't get any compensation. I don't have a VA card. I never filed for anything when I got out. When I got out, I just walked away.
And I was exposed to Agent Orange. It happened. It's the most important thing that happened when I was in Vietnam. I got sprayed when I was on one of my handful of patrols.
Do you have a song about it?
I want to ask you,
but I can't prove the day and time that it happened.
Yeah. So, I want to ask you, I'm going to go back to your music. Have you ever had any interaction with Sarge I can't say his name. He goes by Sarge. He lives in Phoenix. And he did 3 tours on NAMM. He's got several peace albums out. Sarge Liticum. I'll get it. I'll send it to you, brother. Send you the contact. He's somebody that you would his music is just all about NAMM. I mean, it's just like
guys,
he's done some great videos.
Most of what I wrote about Vietnam, I wrote back in
you got music about NAMM?
Huh?
Can you play us a song about NAMM?
You got anything about NAMM?
Yeah, I can sing you something that you know what? I'm gonna counter with a question. You want one of mine, or do you want the absolute knock the shit out of people song that I don't even sing for them anymore because it starts ghosts up?
Somebody has asked for Sarge Liticum. What is this? Do you know what this is?
That's the guy that I was talking about.
The name I have seen.
That's your wife I'm putting up there on the screen, isn't it?
The name I've seen.
Yeah, it's my wife, Ann. So, yes, that's who it is. Check him out. Yeah. I think you would really like his stuff, brother.
Chances are.
Yeah, you would.
I'll ask that one more time, Papa. You want one of mine, or do you want one?
I want one of yours.
You want one of mine? All right. Sir. Because I have this other song that I say I do. I don't do it for people anymore because it just makes ghosts too much. This is maybe not quite that hardcore.
Okay. What do you think we're ready for? Whatever you think.
You know, Country Joe used to do the song that I won't do because it's so hard. Country Joe used to do it all the time.
I think you should share with
you. I play music around him on Sundays.
Wow. I've invited him. I did invite him. I sent him a Facebook thing.
Too. You probably know who Corky Siegel was, and Joe didn't even remember who Corky Siegel was.
No, me either. Yeah. Lay it on us, brother.
I'm going to do this song then for you. I'll do one of my own. And I just call this Quang Tree City. And in fact, Joe did re-release this song on a collection of songs by Vietnam veterans that he released in about 1989 or something like that. Oh, what a beautiful city. Well, Quang Tree City, why are they destroying that city? Won't somebody tell me? 'Cause I just don't know. I'm going down to Saigon, down on highway #1, and if I die in battle, pick up my AK-47 and fight on. They got Willie Peter, they got fragmentation bombs, herbicides and napalm, but they can't lick us 'cause we got right on our side. I'm trying to free my people, trying to free my people from all the planes that are killing all of my children and destroying all my fields. I got the beautiful city. Yeah, beautiful city. No more Cherokee in the city. And if I die in battle, if I die in battle, if I die in battle, pick up my AK-47 and fight on. Like that. And that's from the
brother.
point of view.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for joining us tonight. It took a while to get you into the stream, but thank you for finding us, and thank you for reaching out and making it happen.
Yes.
And overcoming the technological difficulties. I got that out on the first time. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for blessing us with your energy. I think it meant a lot to the folks who
Thank
were.
you very much for everybody who's listening.
There were a lot of folks here when you first joined, and this is really the longest that we've ever gone. And I think that's because you ended up joining us late, but people really enjoyed it. I know that for a fact. So much. Yaman, Fred Brown keeps saying that. Jerry Alatalo shouted out your name. You got mad love from folks. They were loving the slide guitar. Folks were so happy when you were talking about coming in, and then when you finally joined us. The talk
I do actually do some Zoom shows and whatnot at this point. I've had to adapt to no more live gigs till it gets to be responsible again.
Yeah. And maybe never again. You know, I'm happy that you two guys got a chance to talk.
Don't
that
say
was
that.
Very cool. No, I don't wish that on the world. Believe me, I want it to happen again. But I think it's just, you know, there's a lot to deal with. And it might take a couple years for it to get back to normal, you know.
Oh, it will be. It's going to
take
that much, but and I'm not going to give anybody anything. I'm due for my first shot on March the 1st. I've got myself signed up. It took a couple of tries to get a schedule, but I've got it, and I'm my agent at this point is making brave noises about starting to play out some gigs again in like September and October. But I know ain't any of them going to be festivals because
I have
everybody that got shut out for 2020 is booked back for 2021, and that's as it should be. I'd want the same to happen to me. But
Watermelon, I also, I have forgotten, I believe you performed at the Bogart Music Festival in about 2007, maybe something. It was located in central Missouri, and I was the MC. I just kind of think like you came one year.
Yeah. What was the name of the town?
Urick, Missouri. It's just north of Clinton, Missouri. It's about an hour south of Kansas City, and it was run
and had a wet T-shirt contest when all the girls took them off anyway. Was that
no? Wasn't that one? No, wasn't that one? No, you might have performed at one of those. I'm not going, but we didn't have it there,
and it wasn't far away from where you're talking. I think
you're right. It was a motorcycle. It was a motorcycle gig. And then you came over and played at Bogart the next day. And you did it during the day. You're an acoustic act. You just got up on the stage and did your thing. There wasn't a whole lot of people in the audience because it was in the middle of the day. We ran it Friday night and Saturday, and they plugged you in on a like midday thing around 1 or 2, it seems to me. It was in the anyway. We did it for 10.
You got a fan in Papa Biz, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna check with my wife and see if she remembers that.
I'm totally pumped that you know that much of my history. I used to come up and play at this one place in Missouri, and now I can't remember what the name of it is, but I remember the name of the place you're talking about.
Now, did you ever play at Grand Emporium in Kansas City? A place called a blues club called Grand Emporium.
No, I played at B&B's. Over there.
BB's Lawnside Barbecue. Lindsay Shannon.
Yeah,
it's still hopping. They still do. They've done some virtual stuff.
What kind of food do they have?
When Frank
barbecue
there, at Knuckleheads got us.
Yes, Frank Hicks.
Yeah, Frank got jealous of us. You know, he wouldn't let us go over and play at the other 2 places we were playing, which was B&B's and the one we played even before that.
I wanted to play Knuckleheads. I wanted to play Knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get through. I didn't get through to the owner though.
Well, Frank's a good guy. You know, he's always done us right. I played 4 different New Year's days in a row, New Year's Eves in a row. One of them, I got so drunk, I sent my fellas home. I said, you take my van, go home. I'll get a bus. And did. It was the closest I ever come to quitting my own group.
Oh my!
Barbecue.
The only thing I ever did more embarrassing than that was again alcohol. The problem. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, you know, I took a swing at the Metropolitan Orthodox. At the Russian Orthodox Metropolitan from Germany.
Yeah. The Russian Orthodox Metropolitan, but that wasn't like that was just a that was not just a person, but it wasn't like the wasn't like the priest, like the.
No, it is. It's above a cardinal and less than a pope.
Oh wow! Was this at a service? Was this in public?
No. I got so drunk on Russian vodka with hand-labeled handwritten labels that I got lost in the elevator. I'm told I was in the elevator for more than an hour.
And where was? And how did you meet this pope? How did you meet this Russian Orthodox?
He rung on the elevator and wanted to go in the elevator.
In his regalia,
his regalia.
Or whatever.
Wow.
Like it cost me $2,000, but I didn't go to the Russian jail.
I love this. Did he have incense?
No, but he blessed me as we were leaving the 5-star Golden Rings Hotel on the way back to Turkey.
How'd you take a swing at him? What happened in the elevator?
I'm telling you, I have absolutely no idea that I did until the Turkish tour guide asked me what if I knew what I did last night, and I said no, and then she told me, and they had kept me out of a Russian jail, and because that's where they wanted to put me. I had $3,000 in my pocket, cash, which I was keeping in case there was a terrorist attack. And I had to just say, okay, sorry, I'm going, sue me, I'm getting on this plane. I gave two of the $3,000 to the tour guide, which she conveyed to the Metropolitan.
He must have had. Did he have security with him?
No,
It was just you and him on the elevator.
He might have had somebody, but apparently I was babbling at him in Spanish because there was a horn player from John Lee Hooker Jr.'s band there who spoke Spanish, and he knew I was talking Spanish. I said, "Did you understand me?" "Yeah, I could understand you." I didn't ask him what I was saying.
Is this written down in a book somewhere?
Is this written in a book? No, not yet. My biography is being worked on in Canada.
Good. Okay.
All
Is this
right,
a
good,
sto-
brother.
that's a story for your ass right there.
It's the most embarrassing thing I ever did as a musician.
Did you write
Well,
a
you
song?
survived it.
Have you written a song about it?
No, I didn't write a song about that one. I got
That's an incredible story.
I got destroyed in Clarksdale. The first time I ever went to Clarksdale, I was coming down really just to apply for a job because I was a graduate student. So I drove 555 miles from Oklahoma State to Clarksdale, got a little tiddly, knew what I was doing when I walked out of there, and put my guitar in the car, and I was headed for Reds. And the next thing I know, I'm walking through the local hospital, and I've been mugged and robbed and left for dead with what turned out to be multiple compound jaw fractures and a concussion. But they made me drive all the way. They threw me out of town.
So that's how your mouth got messed up?
That's part of the that's just one of the ways.
That was the beginning of it, perhaps.
That's where most of the metal came in. Yes.
That's horrid.
Well,
is that written down somewhere?
I got $108.
That's going to be in your biography.
My wallet with my driver's license and my debit card, which I didn't hardly have anything in. One cop actually gave me $50 out of his pocket in order to, because I had no cash, in order to get my ass back up to Oklahoma. I figured $50 I'd probably get there.
Talk about blues, man. You are an incredible. That isn't you.
We haven't started on women yet.
I mean, like, yeah, like the blues. I don't know what else you couldn't be a pop. How would you be a pop musician? How
you know what I'm saying? I couldn't from the beginning. I was afflicted with bad acne from the time I was not quite in puberty all the way through, my young adult life. I was ugly looking. I was an ugly kid. I had bleeding sores all over my face. There was no pop music for me.
Bless your heart, Watermelon Slim. We love you, man.
How'd you come up with who tagged you with Watermelon Slim?
What happened was in the third week of 1980, I had moved to Oklahoma. The third week of July, 1980, I was out in a field of watermelons that I had grown, about 2 acres or so. And it was extremely hot. It was the hottest year they'd had since the Dust Bowl. It was about 104, 105 degrees in the shade. And I was standing in the sun eating a piece of watermelon. And for some reason or other, I put my hand in my pocket, and I was wearing cut off overalls, and I pulled out a D harmonica. I had a Marine Band D harmonica in my pocket for some reason. I looked at the watermelon, great big slice, just trying to hydrate, and I looked at the harmonica and the watermelon, and suddenly, boom, like Paul on the Damascus Road, I knew I had another name. I knew there were lots of Slims, you know. The last one that I knew the best, of course, was Magic Slim, the late Magic Slim, and
Yes, out of Memphis, wasn't he?
No, I
No.
knew Magic Slim too.
No, I know, but didn't he come out of Memphis, Magic Slim?
Magic Slim? No, it wasn't
No.
really known. Morris Holt wasn't really known till Chicago.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm okay. Yeah. I'm getting it wrong. You're right. Yeah.
His son's still playing. Little Slim is only about 310 pounds. He still plays.
I've got some of Magic Slim's music.
He's out of Lincoln, Nebraska now.
Hey, brother, we got
Slim.
We got a brother who just joined us. I don't know if he just joined us, but I haven't seen him comment yet. Tomaseo Joseph says, "Come on, let's hear some music." And then Brian Videodrome, who I think has been here for a couple moments, says, "These moments matter." He said, "A blue life cared for once. These moments matter." Both of these statements are true. I don't know if you want to honor Tomaseo with some music. I know you have been here for a while already. We have been on for over an hour with you alone, and we've been on 2 hours and 40 minutes in this show. So I do thank you for being here, and I will gladly, we can honor you with music. But I have to ask Watermelon Slim if he's up for it at this point because it's late.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something in a tuning nobody ever heard before.
Very cool. Do you need a moment to do anything, or are you good right now?
I'm ready just as quick as I tune this one string up to E from D.
Cool. Well, y'all are in for a treat. Thank you so much for joining us again. I'm gonna put the link to the music. And y'all show flowers, man. Give flowers to the band, to the person for their music. Go to the website, follow, check out the music, share it, share this in comments, share this in your chat. Late at night, it's a Friday. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you. There's a lot of places you could be. Thank you for choosing to be with us.
This song I got to roll my sleeves up for. It's actually, I wanted to record this more than 20 years ago, but they said that it was still under copyright dispute. And as far as I know, even 58 years after I first heard it, it's still under copyright dispute. We don't know whether it's the Kingston Trio, who I first heard it from, or the party in dispute, who is the estate of late Hoyt Axton, that's been dead for many years. And so I've been playing this, and frankly, I rock this song much harder than either of those parties there. I've turned this into every song I do, I take and turn it into my own song. Oh yeah. Well, some people say I'm a no count, others say I'm no good, but I'm just a natural born traveling man, doing what I think I should, what I think I should. When I was a little baby, my mama said, "Hey son, travel where you will and go to be a man and sing what must be sung. Sing what must be sung." And I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar, any match I can. Learn a winning song and a good guitar are the only thing that I understand, are the only thing I understand. Look out, boy. Well, now that I'm a grown man, traveled here and there, I've learned that a bottle of whiskey and a song are the only ones that ever care. Only ones that ever care. And I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar. Get it back I can. Run with it song and a good song are the only thing that I understand. Are the only thing I understand. The only thing that I understand are the only thing I understand. Punk out! And I don't give a damn about a greenback dollar. Get it fast as I can. Lord, a winning song and a good guitar are the only thing that I understand. Are the only thing I understand. The only thing that I understand. Are the only thing I understand. Eat your heart out, Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eat your heart
Pour
out.
that shit up. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I love it. I
I
love it.
actually like the Stones a lot, but I was in a long conversation about people the other night, and it boiled down to Stones or Beatles. Yeah, Beatles. Just for the greater songwriting talent.
Oh, yes,
You
by
can't, you
far.
can't quibble with the Stones. They've lasted 50 years.
Right.
Oh, that yes, but I'll put the Beatles lyrics and the music and how much input overall in the music world that the Beatles and the writing of Lennon and McCartney,
Yeah.
nowhere compared. I don't think there's any team, at least in my humble opinion, that songwriting team is unbelievable, and I don't think the Rolling Stones even come close to it.
I agree. Brian Videodrome agrees. I think most of the world would agree. I think the
Yeah.
Rolling Stones have the Rolling Stones certainly have showmanship. They have a business aptitude, unlike many other.
They might have been the best rockers ever. But,
yeah, they're a machine. I mean, they have a machine. It's not even just that they're the best rockers. I shouldn't cut you off, but yeah, it's an absolute machine. You know it more than I do. So let me hear it from you.
They told me for years, in the years between like 2005 and about, when I was working with the Workers, they told me for years I was going to open for the Stones, but it never did happen.
Yeah.
They told me for years I was going to play with Leon Russell, but that never did happen.
I don't. You know why? You don't know why? Because I know why, brother. The only reason is because you are anti-military industrial complex. It's written all over you. It's your persona, and it's honorable. It's the most. It's one of. I can't say it's the most honorable thing about you because I don't know you well enough, but it is a very honorable quality to wear that brazenly on your sleeve as an artist, as a musician, as a person who makes music, as an entertainer, as an actor. Anybody who's out in this world of this modern world as an artist or an entertainer and brazen enough to say that they are against the military industrial complex and still put out art is a true spirit, is a true soul. Because
you know what, I'm almost obsolete in this world. Sometimes I think I even wrote a song a couple of records ago. We called the postmodern blues. I'm just almost. if I was much younger, I might be listened to more.
Brother, you are so loved, man. Everybody who I talk to who knows you absolutely adores you. It has nothing to do with your age. It's just about who's the gatekeepers that won't allow your music to go get further than it does. That's all it is. It's not about your age. My sons heard you when you gave me that CD in Chicago. We were living in Kansas City at the time. They were requesting you. They would be like, Watermelon Slim, Watermelon Slim. This is at that point that was a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And they were just,
they haven't gone far enough to be contaminated by the dumbing down. And thank God they've got you as a dad, and they ain't gonna.
Oh, brother, this is going to be a wildly popular show. This episode, like the comments, the episode, people enjoyed the conversation and the music that you played. So this is going to get shared a lot. This is going to get seen a lot. You're not by any means obsolete. Just because the street, the music.
I was trying to find the rap I wrote right after right after they brought up the darn locker room talk there, and I generally write rap, but man, I came up with that one. And when he talked about that shithole countries, I said, I got to write something about that, and that's the way it came out. It came out in hip hop style.
You have it? You have it memorized?
I was looking for them before. You
have it memorized?
No.
Oh, you got to come back and do that. I want to hear that.
No.
Hey, I want to say, yeah. I don't want to say anything. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for joining us today, and please come back on future shows. And I'm happy that we came on this week. I'm so happy we came on this week.
Yes.
And we'll be back next week. Next week will be number 7. And so we'll reach out. I'll do a big outreach. I did a big outreach about 4 weeks ago. I'll do a big outreach this week, and just invite artists and invite friends and invite folks. And hopefully people will come on to the show and not think of it as an open mic, even though it's titled open mic. They'll think of it as a show, as a chance to share with an audience, a potentially worldwide audience.
Okay, so you're going to be on next Friday. You're going to be on at 7 p.m. Central Time, right?
8 p.m. We start at 8 p.m. Central.
8.
We go.
Okay, so it's 3 hours then.
It's really 4. We're scheduled to go from 8 to. You want to hear my vision for it? Our vision for it is to go from 8 to midnight, to have up to 15 artists on in the night, and to have a round robin style sharing ceremony. So what I like to do is what I would love to do is have maybe 1 shift or 2 shifts of artists. We come on where you can be in the green room. I can have up to 10 people on the screen at the same time. And so what we could do is have maybe Watermelon Slim, Naya, who plays bass, and then and electric guitar, and we could have somebody else. You see what I'm saying? And we could have 3 people playing together and jamming after sharing. So like Watermelon Slim shares a couple of songs, and then Naya comes up and shares a couple of songs, and then Jane LaCroix comes up and shares a couple of pieces. And then as we're chatting and conversating, the chemistry creates the situation for the 3 of them to jam together. And then
anybody's conga player, by the way, or other percussion. I've got, I've got my 1 LP sitting here. Most of my stuff's down at the restaurant, but I also have the world's smallest set of LP bongos. You got to look at these. Look at these things here. You ever see a set like that? Just see me.
Look like a toy.
Yes.
I haven't even took these down for a while, but I thought you'd like to see these.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. That is cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
LPs, genuine LPs. Look out, camera. There we go.
There you go.
You got John Biswell in here. Is this man related to you? Sounds like
Related to him. Yes. That's my brother JJ.
Great job, gentlemen, brother JJ. Listening for the second time, loving it.
Yes, that's my younger brother. We do a little DJ thing, Watermelon here before COVID hit. I had a little project called Sidewalk Radio, and that's how I met Miles. Actually, I met Miles through Vets for Peace, but then we did some work together. I take my DJ system out, I set it up, and then
you got it, Danny.
And
love.
And so anyway, that's my brother. We do DJ stuff to just play music. And when we were trying to get medical marijuana here in Missouri, that would get people to come down, and I'd say, hey, sign the petition. And sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. But I have another vision with doing that, some other things with it. But yeah, brother JJ, he's my right hand man. We've been together through some serious things lately. So, I'm glad he's watching and able to enjoy this moment with us, because that's all we get in life are moments. And,
definitely
put them all together, and you got life.
Yo, it was beautiful getting to rock with you up in Kansas City, Papa Biz, and I look forward to when we get to do that again when things open up. I hope to do that. Maybe Watermelon Slim can be there and we can all jam together.
I'd sure like to get back on the road. Kansas City will be one of the places I get before,
We should meet there. We should plan to meet there on it's still First Fridays, right? The art walk.
Yeah. They're not doing them right now yet, but
I know.
Yeah. But First Fridays, yeah.
I could be talked into the right, truly safe gig up yonder, but I'm still hunkering down. Basically, I know until I get my vaccines, both shots, I'm still hunkering myself.
I'm with you. I got mine Wednesday at the VA in Leavenworth. I live close to Leavenworth, Kansas, and they sent me over there, although I live in Missouri. But I got my first one. Then on my second one, it was very quick. I must say, it was very efficient. My appointment was 11:45. I got there. 12:45. I got there at 12:30. I was out by 1 o'clock. Boom, boom, boom. My arm was a little sore, but other than that,
I have a high pain threshold. That's what they told me. Get there half an hour beforehand, but that's fine. I'm just eager to get the darn thing in my arm.
I say to everybody, get your vaccinations. Still hunker down. Still like keep it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it low key for a while, and let herd immunity take place through
both shots. Even when I get both shots, that's the right advice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let it.
You live in North Carolina now?
No, I'm living in Clarksdale, Mississippi, about 75 miles south of Memphis.
I've got family in Mississippi, in northern Mississippi. It's a suburb of Memphis. Oh man, I'm trying to think of the name of the town they live in. It's that first
family left in North Carolina. I've got a half sister and half brother that still live down there, but everybody in my family moved away.
Sarah Campbell, thank you for staying with us, Sarah. South Carolina, North Carolina, everybody, wherever you are, thank you for being with us. Missouri, Kansas City, where we got folks from. I'm not sure where everybody's from in the place, but everybody, thank you for being with us tonight. This is a beautiful.
Yeah, you made the show, brother, for dropping in. We made it work, and we appreciate it so much. Thank you.
And our man, I forget his name earlier. Tedro Gebre Memphis. Kidus. I thought it was Ethiopian. I thought it was Amharic when I saw it. He was here. He commented on you and the playing as well, and it's beautiful. It's been a great vibration tonight.
For sure.
You got love from Jerry Alatalo. You know what I'm saying? This was your flowers. These are your flowers right here.
Yes, yes, yes. Jimmy Bell's in the pulpit, it says. Yes.
You got
Nice.
you got
It was a great song. It's a great record. I know pretty much. Well, I could sing you 4 or 5 songs off that, just off my head. But I had that record in 1968 when I was just graduated from high school before I went off to college to fail and drop out and join the army.
It's beautiful, man. You know, it's yeah, the connection is real. I didn't hear that last. I didn't hear what you just said. I was lost in the comments right there, and then I saw this last comment. Can I hear that last little allegory again? That little.
Oh, I just said I heard the song I sang you, and on a record that I got in 1968. I had graduated from high school. It was still the summer. I hadn't gone to college yet. I failed at college and dropped out, joined the army, and volunteered for Vietnam. And my life was never the same. But I finally, you know, it wasn't until 1984 that I went to college for real. And by that point, I had gotten into another kind of life cycle. I was already 35 years old, rather than just being a kid coming out and being molded.
Yeah.
I got my degree in 2.5 years, but that didn't do any good. They already had wind of me. I was way far outside the box.
Timing makes such a difference, right?
I also got married for the second time, and that it changed the timing of things. I guarantee you that.
Beautiful, brother. Will you come back and join us again? Can I reach out to you?
I have you marked. As long as that link is going to be the same link. Is it going to be the same one?
No, the link. So the link changes every week because
well,
the way StreamYard, yeah, the way StreamYard works, I can only schedule it 1 week out.
Yeah, you know how Mark Hummel does the harmonica blowouts. He has the same link every week. I play his, and I also go to the publishers meeting at opednews.com, and unfortunately those last two are basically at the same time, so I have to jump from one to the other. This being Friday, I got no conflict till somebody has me going out and working on Friday.
You're a man of people. Thank you, brother. I
thank
hope,
you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
You got my Blue Democrat email. Send me a link when it's necessary. Papa, nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to meet you again, sir.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I could remember it all as well as you.
Well, you know, I'm pretty sure you played the Bogart Music Festival. I'm
just curious at Little Green Apples. I did. You know, the name is definitely familiar.
Yeah,
we had. I can't remember the name of the town. It's a very Christian town, if I'm not mistaken.
It was in Urick, Missouri, on my buddy's 60-acre farm. And if you played that motorcycle rally, which is just south of there, I think that's why you came up and played with us, because you were already scheduled to do that. And so Tess said, "Hey, why don't you come over here and we'll drop you $200?" So I think they pay. I don't know what they paid you. I'm just guessing at that because I know what they paid the full bands. But I think that's because I heard you. I heard you through KKFI radio.
You know, I don't always even remember any place I get $400. One time I had no gig. I was coming back from New York City to Oklahoma.
Brian, what is this link Brian put in the chat? Brian, can you just tell me in the chat what that is? I don't really want to click it and go to a different channel. You guys can keep talking. I just wanted to ask Brian to tell me what link.
So you were headed home from New York.
I was headed home from New York to and I had to go by, you know, down by 81 and then hit 40. You know how it's done. Well,
Yes.
I got a call the day before I went there. The guy says that what was it, Old Harbor, Old something or other, Old Town, Maryland, one old something or other.
Yeah.
And I'm darned if the guy didn't give me $600 and I sold $800 worth of CDs. I had nothing between New York and Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And
my family's out of Oklahoma, Watermelon. My mother and father grew up in Oklahoma. Well, my mother did. My father grew up here in Kansas City. But yeah, I have lots of family in Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Muskogee, Tahlequah.
I've lived a lot of places, but I think of myself as from Oklahoma. I've actually lived more years in Oklahoma than any other state.
Yeah. And then I got a good buddy that just moved there from Colorado, moved to Tulsa because the cost of living is much cheaper in Tulsa, Oklahoma than in Colorado. And being a disabled vet, it made a big difference in his monthly payments, you know, house.
You know what? It's a lot cheaper in Mississippi than it is in Tulsa. I played my last out-of-state gig. In fact, it was in October in Tulsa, and that went real well because for the first time, one of the local music associations had set it all up in plexiglass, you know, plexiglass cages for everybody.
Oh, and cool.
They say, well, soon as the winter gets over and we can be outdoors, you're getting booked again.
Oh, right? Great. Well, if you do, I will definitely drive from Kansas City to Tulsa to see you and bring my buddy with you because he's a guitar player himself.
That's not an undoable thing. Yeah,
that's a doable thing. You bet. That's only a 4-hour drive from my house.
Right. Or Stillwater. Stillwater's a little further.
But no, it's not much. Yeah, it's a little further east. Yeah.
KC to Tulsa? Yeah, you bet.
Nice.
Yes, it takes 4 hours. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I will include you in my weekly. I'm going to start sending out a weekly artist invite. So I will include you in that. And
tell everybody I was here.
It'll be it's going to be start being a first come first serve thing because you're going to make it's going to become hot. You just made it a hot commodity. Yeah, you just made it a hot commodity. So thanks a lot for joining us tonight. Next week you're going to see me with a whole lot of bling. This is nothing. My Mardi Gras beads are nothing. I'm going to have a whole lot of ice on, grills up and everything, rings. I'm going to have a Bentley behind me.
Your audio and video work real good. They work as good or better than Zoom. This isn't a Zoom, is it? Is this a Zoom?
No, this is called this is StreamYard. So this is the platform. It allows us to be it works nice.
It works good with that with 24 or 30 people on the screen, but I'm looking forward to it. And
I mean, I think it'll be beautiful because timing there's no delay. And so once we get the right chemistry on the set, we'll get some back and forth play that'll just be beautiful.
Well, I'm glad I figured that out about the delay there. That was getting embarrassing and stupid too.
Somebody asked what was the fix, and I don't know if they're still with us, but I'm curious as well. What was the fix?
The fix was I had tried to get into the BFP open mic by another way. And then I went back to, and I was actually there, but there was nothing to click to go on, and I was then I went to StreamYard, and I had StreamYard and the other link that I found.
You had Facebook link open?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, that was the deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's how you got it.
Yeah, so you didn't realize it had opened. Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering how was this happening? You had to have it playing someplace else.
No.
And so
the other thing, it denied me as far as I knew.
Right. Another thing that helps is closing all the other browsers. So if you're open, whatever you've got opened, just close it and only have StreamYard opened, because any other browser slows down your connection.
Yep.
And so if you're in a house,
I wrote you an email, Miles. I don't really want to mess with the browser that I've got. They may retaliate against me. I can't tell you that they will, or how I know.
No.
I
No,
paid money to Microsoft before. I had to have 2 Microsoft accounts removed from my computer that I didn't put in.
Hey, Watermelon, all I meant, Watermelon. No. Watermelon, all I meant was any other tabs. Any other tabs.
Not
Any of the
browser.
pages.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with the browser. I want to leave that alone because Microsoft can retaliate.
I just mean any other tabs you have open. Like if you're also watching the news and you have Facebook open, close those other tabs and just have our tab opened while you're talking.
Okay. That I can deal with.
Yeah, that's all I'm
saying. Another browser. They're evil. I don't want to mess with anything. They've already cost me money, and I don't want to have it go any further.
Would you like to play this song for this person, or would you like to?
Yes.
Or would you like to do it next week?
Moi, je parle français, mais je ne pourrais pas chanter la Marseillaise du commencement au fin. If you understand French, Brian, j'ai expliqué ça. Mais je n'ai jamais commis à la mémoire une chanson marseillaise, l'anthème national de la douce France. You got that one, Brian? I mean, I may not sound like a Frenchman, but I learned from Parisians.
Word. I'll perform one called Red if y'all want, and or not, and we can do whatever y'all want. You know what I'm saying? We can end it right now.
Yes. Allons enfants de la patrie, la joie de gloire est arrivée.
It sounded like a no to me. It sounded like a no. I wasn't sure.
I sang the first 2 lines. That's all.
Oh, word. Okay.
Or I said the first 2 lines.
I don't speak any French. I couldn't tell if you said yes or no. If you said no, I thought you said no, and it sounded so polite. I just didn't know what. I didn't know what it was.
French best. I speak Italian less, and my Spanish should be better.
How many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak?
That's good. English, French, Spanish, and Italian.
And English.
Well, I speak English, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Sounds like it to me, my brother.
Yeah.
I got my degrees in English. I passed my graduate level language requirement in French. Italian, I've learned only because I've been to Italy 15 times in the last 15 years. And my Spanish, I should know much better because everybody ought to know Spanish. Aprende su español todos los americanos.
Me llamo Jorge. That's the extent of my Spanish.
Bueno, mucho gusto.
Yeah. Tu puedes saber una cerveza fría después de eso.
See,
I understood something about a beer. You might have a cold beer. Something about a cold beer, and then Papa just said yes. Hey, you Italy must be giving you flowers if you're going every year. Italy must be bringing you there.
I've done more live shows for Italy this year, last year, than any other country.
I've got so many friends who are able to travel and get money and get paid out of country and can't get paid in their own country. It's you know.
Well, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Music like one, that's so true.
there aren't a lot. I'm not going to say there's none because there are, but there aren't a lot of blues people that go over and stay or even visit regularly like that. You know, we have a whole bunch of us, but there's a whole bunch more places to go. So I played in, what have I played in?
You know what? Watermelon. I'm gonna
26 countries. I think I played in 26 countries. But
26
there's
countries.
places that adapt you better, and one of them is Italy.
Okay.
I've heard that from other musicians.
Don't give it all away now, because if you're gonna come back, you're gonna get my invite for next week. Save some of the gems and bring some gems back. I know you got a whole lot to share with us.
Yes.
So, I look forward to having you back on, and you've inspired me, and I'm gonna definitely start sending out a weekly artist invite.
I'm gonna find both of those raps. I'm keeping you guys up. It's now 11:16.
No, you're not keeping us up. We're honoring our timeline for the first time ever, because the flyer says from 8 to midnight. The flyer says we're open for 4 hours, and we have a stage available for people. So you're actually here helping us honor our commitment for the first time. And the only way to make the vision come true, to have 15 artists on this platform sharing, and is to maybe be here for one time like that. So it's really special to have these conversations and to have this time, because so many people get to take part in it, and you get to hear so many different viewpoints that you wouldn't hear otherwise. I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful for this. I'm very thankful right now. I appreciate you coming to spend your Friday evening with us. Everybody, wherever you are, I hope you have a drink. I've got some water with me tonight. I usually have a beer, but if you've got some wine, whatever you have,
yes.
It's actually a pretty darn good bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon. I could only find one bottle older than 2018 last time I went. And I've got one sip left, so I'm going to say presente.
Cheers, salud. Presente.
And I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys next Friday if I don't see you before.
Thank you, brother.
Peace out, bro.
Peace out.
Yes.
Yes, that was beautiful.
He came live at ended that loop at 9:57. So actually 10 o'clock. So yeah, about an hour and 15 minutes. Had the great fortune of having him hang out with us.
So his loop, you're saying that loop ended at 10 p.m.
About that, yeah.
That loop was crazy.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, that's what happened. He had another window open. When you said browser, you needed to say window.
Yeah, window. Right?
Yeah, and I just thought about that. Yeah,
he knew that language. Yeah,
yeah, he would know that language. But anyway,
what a blessing! What a blessing to get him.
Sounds good. Yeah, really cool.
So good. You could tell he's been playing. I can tell he's been playing a lot online because he had his setup so perfect.
Yeah, it sounded really good, and really enjoyed. And of course, we have a lot in common. We're basically the same age. We have had a lot of some of the same. He's a musician, though, and I'm not. I couldn't sing a song or play anything except CD players. But,
it was great hearing y'all chat. You got some windows open, don't you? Because your connection is getting real slow. You're real choppy right now.
No, I don't have anything open at all other than no. I mean, I have some stuff at the top of my browser, like RF Radio Free Americana. I got their page, but I don't have it open. I can click on it.
Right, but if you've got another tab there, ready that you could click on and move to, that's probably slowing you down because you're already on Wi-Fi. You're not on a hard line.
No, I'm not on a hard line. Well,
So you,
I haven't seen these. Well, I can't see what you see. Every now and then
yeah,
I know that it jerks, but
it's all good. If Ann probably went to bed, right? She's not watching anymore.
probably, yeah, I imagine it's past her bedtime.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting to watch. I'll go back and look at it. I wonder if you look blocky and I wonder if you look choppy on the live feed that comes through. It's always interesting to look back at it. Sometimes the timing of stuff is.
So we're still live, correctly?
We're still live. Yeah, I'm gonna honor it tonight. We have another 40 minutes. We have 8 people with us. Unless everybody says goodnight and goes to bed, then I think we can close it out. But definitely, this is clearly the family that's here with us. And a couple of new people have come in this week. Some people said they've been here. This is their second week in a row. That was your brother, I think.
Yes.
This is Jerry. I think this is some nice stuff. Thank you for helping out Papa Biz and Mega Syph with their Just Born Veterans for Peace music artistic endeavor. Mega Syph, Watermelon Slim.
Well, thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Jerry, because I mean, you're here. Your help is incredible. You being here every week is a huge. That's huge.
Everyone that comes every week, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to let you go. I'm getting worn out.
Okay, then we're going to let people go. Yeah.
But I don't want to leave you hanging either. But
it's cool. I don't feel bad.
All right, good. Don't.
No, it's all love. I'll do. I'll say good night to you, and then I'll do Red. Just because I have it up in the queue and folks are still here. And then I'll say good night, folks, so it's not so abrupt.
Peace. Good night. We'll let's talk this week if you get time.
Let's talk. Let's talk every week, brother. Let's talk. You want to do it? You want to do it tomorrow? Wrap up. Let's talk. I'll reach out to you tomorrow. We'll figure out.
Just to me, just let me know. I'll be home most of the day. It's cold up here. I ain't going nowhere.
You like morning time? Are you a morning guy?
I don't get up before about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So no.
8:30, 9 o'clock. Okay.
I know I'm usually up by 9, but on the average, I guess.
You're a night owl.
Yeah, I do. I just, even though I'm kind of, but I'm setting the way I'm sitting. I got this stool and my back is.
I'll hit you up tomorrow evening after I put the kids to bed.
All right.
Everybody gets to see that. Don't y'all love that? We're so open. All right. Yep, peace, brother. Cool. You have a good night.
All righty. Bye-bye.
All right. So, 8 of y'all saw that, heard that, and stayed. So for the 8 of you who are still here, I will gladly do Red, and then I will go to bed. Red, Ned, and Ed in bed. Had to throw that in there. For those of you who are reading children's books or have read children's books, you might get the reference. Wow, what a blessing to have Watermelon Slim on the stage tonight, and to have Gebre join us as well. And we look forward to having Gebre return and sharing some music. And I look forward to getting into my email and seeing what he sent me, and and accepting his friend request on Facebook. He said, blessings, flowers. We look forward. We will hold this space. This space will be available for artists, for voices of peace every single Friday from 8 to midnight. We're going to get Papa Biz trained up properly so he can host this platform in my absence. I will be out for about a month coming up due to eye surgery. So let's do some Red. Let's do Red real quick, and then call it a night. And Naya's gonna be in here very soon. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So this is a song called Red. It is about the first chakra, the root chakra. This is because this is a song that I wrote because I was inspired by my family, by my homegirl, Dale Novella, who runs The Poet Will Be Televised. She started the Color Challenge, and the Color Challenge was a challenge to write about your chakras. And she started with red, and put together a 1 minute, or I think, 1 minute poem, song, or spoken word piece that you could share in a video format. And so I got so inspired to write these pieces. I had always wanted to write about my chakras and learn more, and the challenge inspired me to do it. In doing it, I really got into it so much. I made a whole album out of it. And so I'm ready to share the album with the world. Red is already out. You can find Red, the video, on my website. You can find it on my YouTube page. And the whole album is so close to being finished. It's written, and just as far as recording it and sharing it, it's not quite there yet. But here is Red. Red is done and Red is out. So you get to hear Red as it is. I clicked on the screen image of it. Red and black stones all in my charm. From the base of my spine, I bring the nation to calm. Energy rising, and you coming along. Hey, catch the wave or get lost in the storm. The last days, with the power in my palm, the red horse. I'm so far beyond RBG. It's more than a charm. The red stripe, it's for the bloodshed, the harm. What I be on, peak in the mouth to meet us. I reek in the mouth the eaters of flesh. I root the matter. Another to meet the leaders of unlocking life secrets. We just speaking truth to life. What's the matter with no weakness? Freakness. We got basic primal needs. This color increases. I churn roots and chew the fat to pieces. Vitality, my thesis. I'm grounded and rooted, but hungry. That's why I beast this. Beast this. Rawr. 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 Mulad Adra. Mulad Adra, the first of 7 chakras, unlocked to advance. Please repeat the mantra. I am free of anger. I am free of guilt. I am free of pain. And though I may be killed, I am free of fear. And this is how I'm built. And since I'm meant to be here, I make it felt. If I knelt on my knees or sat in the lotus, compose this in red clay on a bed of roses, surrounded or alone, rhythmic prose exposes. I am well grounded, part the Red Sea like Moses. You know it's just components of the wholeness. These little moments in the onus, they don't own us. They pass over us like moods or coronas. Atmospheric interferences and ruby auras. 200-foot red carpets on the floor for all of us. Why you buying what's in store when you so glorious? Splash obnoxious, shown to make the people dance. The flow defies logic because it's basically advanced. The foundation is earth. The vision is cosmic. These stones are black opal and red sardonyx. Finish your food. We're going to be here every week giving you good food, spiritual plates, creating buffets, perhaps, definitely filled with delectable bites for your mind and body. Peace out, y'all. Much love. Come dine with us. All right. We will be here every week. Come build up your spirituality. Come build up your mentality. Come build up your emotional compassion. All right. Because we can spread love. The more we give, the more we'll receive. I love you. Peace. I'll see you next week. Peace and love and light.